If you want more than just dinner and you want an experience,
I want you to make love to me.
Plus delicious dinner.
Oh, okay.
It's Hollabaug's Willow Tree Cafe in downtown Sanford.
Oh, man, we got a little taste of it yesterday. I feel like they were teasing us because they brought dessert. They brought this delicious handmade fudge.
Oh, yeah.
And I pigged out and ate. Did I tell you what I did?
What?
When you left, I dug that fudge out of the trash. Right?
Oh, no. You dug it out of the trash?
I ate the trash fudge.
Yeah.
It was that good.
I know.
It was still in the container. And look, that's fine.
Yeah, it is fine.
That's fine. But like,
I'm mad that you threw it away.
All their food is phenomenal there. It is a destination. The music, the dancing, the fun, the German beers. We don't talk about the German beers. All the different Bavarian beers that they have on tap, and they know how to pour them correctly, and they can give you a lesson on some of the delicious German beers that they have there at Hollabaug's.
And now they got live music all the time at Hollabaug's. So when
some nights it's like downstairs they have, or upstairs they have jazz, and downstairs they have traditional German music. So you got like like multiple clubs going on.
They've got their rooftop beer garden. It's beautiful. If you haven't been to Hollabaug's in a while, I mean, their renovation and their expansion that they did is amazing. But it's perfect for a group night out. You get the shot ski we went for dinner with
fun, man.
And it was basically a shot glass on a ski.
Or plan that holiday party now. You know, I would get on it because you think of a place that books up. Hollabaug's got to book up for Christmas, man.
Birthday dinners, anniversary. I mean, it's great for all that. Plus, their Magnolia Square Market. That's where you can get the fudge. You can get a bunch of different German groceries that they have there.
Spaghetti ice is there. They have to-go meals. So let's say you're on a time crunch, but you still want a delicious sausage or some schnitzel, stuff like that. They have to-go meals that are packaged right there at the market.
Yeah, and Chef Pat, he's the BDM that comes in on the show, and if you go to Hollabaug's, ask for him. Ask for a Tom and Dan pin when you're eating dinner, lunch, or having some beers that tells them that you're a listener, and you get a free Tom and Dan German-inspired pin. So it's Hollabaug's Willow Tree Cafe in downtown Sanford, and also Magnolia Square Market right next door.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, everybody, it is A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, on vacation.
Yep.
She's soaking in a beer tub somewhere in America. Joining us for the What Haps, the cool things that are happening around Orlando, Florida, and beyond. From the hit radio program heard weeknights on Real Radio 104.1, it's one half of the broadcasting team, Bungalower and the Bus. Ladies and gentlemen, Brendan O'Connor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, it's me.
Why do I even bother trying to do introductions if you can do them so well? Why do I bumble through them?
My memory's back, baby.
Can you just be introduction guy?
My memory is back, baby.
Just always do the introductions from now, because when I try to do them, it's horrible.
Well, I thought I messed one up this week. Didn't we have a guy? Oh, yeah, we had a guy on the show, and I messed up his name.
Was he boring?
Well, they're all boring. I mean, like, just so the listeners know, anytime we interview anybody on the show, present company excluded, I find them to be quite boring. All of them. Any guest we have, any client, anybody we talk to, I'm like, oh my God, another that.
we're
Fix our camera here.
Oh, no, you don't.
There we go.
I
Real
did that
quick.
on purpose.
Smells good in here now.
featured merch item of the week.
Yes.
Our ladies' Stars shirt.
Yes, and it's not stars on the nipples. It says Tom and Dan in what can only be described as My Little Pony font.
Aw.
And it has an ombre purple to light blue. It's
Now-
one of the best designs that the guys never got.
Ombre Pony, welcome to the stage.
Yeah. But seriously, it's an awesome shirt, and the guys never got it.
Eric said he sent me these like featured merch item of the week, this women's shirt, blah, blah, and then he's like $10, and I'm like $10. How can we even make a profit on
Well,
that?
I was going to say that
Who sells a shirt for $10? That's ridiculous.
this is why people micromanage, right? Because you give the task to Merchman and you're saying, hey, we need to sell some more shirts. And he's like, yeah, I know how to sell more shirts. We'll cut the fucking price of these garbage shirts and I'll get them out of here. And I'm going to have to stick my micromanaging little troll hands in and start smushing them up good because we are losing money. This is the second week in a row where we've had something that's like $10.
I'm pretty sure it's now like $8 or $9 to make a shirt. Like without the expensive, like everything's gone up.
This is an expensive print job.
Every single time we go to order something now, it's more expensive. Like everybody's experiencing it.
Oh, God.
Why
We're
are
gonna start
we
complaining about the gas here in a minute?
It's because nobody's working.
Can we
Nobody
get
wants to work.
Yeah, what's
Can we
going
get-
on with that?
Fox 35 to come and
Fox 35? That's still a thing? Are they still around?
Yeah.
to say like Tom and Dan lowering their prices because of
Oh, you wanna-
inflation
you
or
wanna
whatever.
do
The Porkies. It's called the Porkies.
We're not geniuses like Porkies.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm going on there next week.
I want my listeners to still be able to enjoy some good old American fart jokes at a reasonable price.
Brendan, let me.
I am here.
Let me tell you
Brendan
about
O'Connor,
this.
one
So,
half of the broadcasting. Oh, we did that.
Yesterday I discovered a
Your butthole.
No, I
You know
never
his
looked at
wife
it.
has never seen his. Oh, you've never seen your own butthole?
No, I've never
You know,
looked at
he
it.
and his wife have never seen his butthole.
I had to take a picture the other day.
Of your butthole?
Yeah.
I've taken many pictures of my butthole.
This guy showed me a picture.
This is why John doesn't
You know
come
what?
on the show anymore. He has a
Yeah.
real job.
Why
He
are you
can't talk
taking
about the
pictures?
I don't even know if Busdecker has a butthole.
Don't take a picture.
And if he does have a butthole, there's a badge in
We
front
got
of
to
it.
check on it. You know, you got to look at it to
No,
know
you
what's
don't have
up.
to.
Mine's
No, you
good.
know what's up.
No.
Yeah, you know what's up.
I don't
You
know
have to
what's
look
up.
at it. You never
I
have
was
to look at it.
surprised.
4 non-blondes. What's up?
No, it's like the
Teeth.
the carburetor in my engine in my truck. I never have to look at it.
Gunk.
As long as my car drives, I'm never going to look at it. And
Now
now, if I stop pooping or something happens, I'll look at it.
Well, the
But-
only person here, well, I don't know your story, but the only person here that I believe to have had a severe
No, come on.
rectal
No.
issue is Juan Thomas
No,
Chisholm Van.
come on.
Daniel
I told you
Lee
to talk
Dennis
about
has
it.
never
It's
had
a-
a fissure.
No,
and I
no.
don't
Oh, yeah,
believe
fissure.
Brendan, what's your middle name?
Fisher.
Is it Bunting?
It is, yeah.
Bunting O'Connor. I don't believe he's ever had a
Middle name is
fissure.
Bunting.
Yeah, Bunting. Like the cake. Because he's got a good ass.
My mom's maiden name.
Really?
Yeah.
Bunting, I like that.
Well, but from the East Coast, Baltimore, Bunty.
The Baltimore Buntings. You know.
Anyway, don't
You've
talk
never
about
had
it.
a fissure, right?
No, I had a hemorrhoid, though.
I've had had one. I've got
Okay,
I got
both of you
3 of
got
them
it.
that are talking to me
Right
right
now?
now. Yeah.
Well, that's
the
more
worst.
embarrassing than the Fisher.
No,
Nobody
it's a
tells you.
fissure.
I feel like, you know how like they try to prepare girls for their first period. I feel like they should tell us about hemorrhoids because I felt cheated. I felt awful about my body. I thought I was dying.
I'm going to turn off my joke machine inside of me and be serious for a second with you. Because I didn't know where this was going to go. You're taking a more serious kind of a tone to this, and I can play. And I also believe...
Well, it's also just the nature of it's funny.
I agree with what you're saying to take this more clinically, and I also believe that they should prepare young men, because most young men I know, we have a listener that's in here. He bought a Subaru.
I apologize.
I don't want to put him on camera or blow up his spot, but sir, do you know what a hemorrhoid is? Have you ever navigated one?
have it.
You-
I know what it is.
But okay, you don't have it.
Yeah.
But I know you've had some issues.
No, I've never had that.
Oh, dude,
No.
you've had a fissure. So if
Yeah,
you've had
no,
a fissure,
but
you've had a hemorrhoid.
No, I've never had
a
that.
fissure is a more advanced version of hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
No, it's less.
No, it's not less.
Yeah, well,
A fissure is a tear in the
cut, and the hemorrhoid comes out.
No. Fissure is a full-blown, that's a rip. That's
Usually
a tear.
they're internal, right? You could just have an internal hemorrhoid, but sometimes it advances and it pokes out like a turtle.
Like, for instance, what's
It says
scarier?
hello.
The rip going to the other side or the Demogorgon poking his head out?
Do they still do that? I haven't looked.
Brendan knows.
I haven't watched that show since the first season.
yeah.
Do they still do the thing going through the wall?
Yeah.
No,
They still do that old gag?
It's a whole thing.
That's stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry this happened.
Nah, it's okay.
Top of mind, I was
fine.
I was bonding with my buddy about it the other day on his porch when we were smoking a little joint
Yeah.
on his patio, and it came up, and we were both like, "This is a shared male health experience
what?
that neither of us wanted to talk
When
about."
I
Yeah,
smoke weed, I
it's
talk about
embarrassing.
hemorrhoids.
Shame. You should be ashamed.
I'm
of it.
embarrassed right now.
No, I'm embarrassed. I never even want to talk about the fissure. And
Yeah.
I said it once on a BDM show, and this motherfucker brings it up like every
Once a
other
show.
on the fucking radio. I said I talked about it on the BDM at the end of a BDM show 7 years ago.
T-shirt. No, you've talked about it like in length because you had to
No.
give yourself enemas. You had to lay on your
No,
side.
that was the whole thing.
And you
I
had
had
to
to
douche your
squat.
butt.
I had to squat in a bath and write the news, sitting in a little
Don't write
bin,
the news.
a little warm
You had
water
to
bath
write
on
the
my butt.
news in a butt bath?
Because I didn't want to fall behind, so I'm squatting, and my boyfriend didn't want to look at me because he was afraid to come to the back part of the house.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he'd see me squatting in a bin.
I hide that.
Nobody's
from,
ready for
I
that.
hide it all the ointments from my wife. I put it in the bottom.
I've asked him
in the
before
back
if
of my
he's
weed
doing
drawer.
it doggy style, if he's ever looked at his wife's butthole. And he's like, no.
You don't?
No,
I
no.
stare right at it.
I've never seen
I
it.
watch it pulsate like,
Like the eye of Sauron.
No, come on, stop talking about it.
Just looking at you.
No, you don't look. You should look at the ceiling.
I look
Pray
at
to
it.
Jesus.
I look right at my wife's butthole.
No,
It looks
come
like
on.
a sugar glider's belly button. It's
Put a washcloth over it. Okay. Oh,
Put a pillow
post-it.
on it.
Put a post-it note.
Yeah, like a stamp.
Or like one of those ones that Bernie puts on our taxes. Put a tax flag on it.
so Brendan, I want to tell you about this long.
It's hot in
con.
here now. All this ass
know.
talk. Hold on. Let me turn down our ass air conditioner.
Oh, yeah.
So I started these long cons with my sons, where I tell them lies.
Long dongs?
No.
Where you tell them lies?
Yeah. I tell them like lies,
I
but
think
no,
you could just say you're telling them lies.
they don't matter. They're little.
It's more innocent when you say long con.
Yeah, they're little white
dated him.
lies. They don't mean anything, and it's just for a joke, so they discover it in the future.
Now, whatever you tell yourself.
Yeah,
you're cool. Yeah.
it
I don't have
entertains
kids.
myself, yeah. So anyway, I discovered one that I forgot about, and I'm
no.
thinking about
Santa.
Okay, this plays
Does that
into it.
count?
I think so.
Oh, man.
That's a long con.
What about Elf on the Shelf?
Not to
Does that
hijack
count?
your story.
No, yeah. This all plays into it because this started 4 years ago when we were doing walks around my neighborhood, and my sons, they were babies at that, like 3-4 years
Yeah.
old or something.
I'm laughing preemptively.
Yeah, they were 3 and 4, yeah.
They saw one of those faces, the faces that you nail onto like an oak tree.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Like
Which is so sad. You're hurting the tree to give it a face.
But it's like a green plaster Paris, like some Etsy shop garbage that some
It
grandma
looks like
made.
the Ent from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and then it's supposedly got a faux like moss and bark exterior, and then when you nail it on there, hopefully that faux sort of art rendering on the outside of it, its
If
exterior.
you gave it a voice, it'd be like, I'm in pain.
They have those. They have them that talk. Kill me. They have them that talk. Like they have ones that are
Billy Bass.
They're
or-
plastic. Yeah, it's like the Billy Bass. It's like motion activated. They have those.
Anyway, so my son saw the face.
Put it on your wife's butt.
And then I told them, like, me and Crystal told them, like, oh, that's a magic tree. So every time we went for walks around the neighborhood, they were like, oh, the magic tree, whatever. It's stupid. But
I
it was
like
just,
that.
it was a thing.
It's this they're a simple family.
So then,
the magic tree. Okay, yeah.
Like those fairy doors and stuff. It's fun.
Yeah. It was, so I don't have too much fun, but I have fun.
Oh,
It
my
surprises me the fun you'll select. Like
Yeah.
some certain
with my
things. I give you
sons-
all kinds of stuff, and then like fairy trees, I'm on board.
With my sons, I like it. Anyway,
Okay.
so then one day we took like a branch fell from the tree, and then we took it home.
This is like the
And-
Giving Tree. I
And
love
then
that book.
and then we planted it, and they were like, maybe we'll plant our own magic tree, and it'll grow into a magic tree.
Or maybe we've disturbed the curse.
and then I went to, and this happened for months. I'd go to Home Depot and get like a little annual flower or like some other plant and put it in the pot, and then the boys, I'll be like, look, something grew.
Look.
And then they come over, and then they'd be like, whoa, the magic
it's
tree.
literally no different than putting ketchup all over your face and going, ah! You know, like, I'm hurt.
And then so they thought
It's a lie.
things are growing, so I'd put that, and then this went on
This is
for
going to come
months
up
and
in
months.
a high school paper one day.
And then I one day I saw a papaya tree, and I took that and I planted that where the magic tree pot, and then so the papaya tree grew fast, right?
Yeah.
So it grew, and then the boys would see it, and I'd teach them the water. Then they lost interest, and then
Well, I was gonna ask you to gauge their interest. Like, help me. Like, knowing the
think
boys
it
the
older.
way that I know them, and knowing the fact that you say that they're uninterested in everything, are like on a 1 to 10 scale, super interested in the magic tree.
when
What
I
are we-
told them, they wouldn't remember. Like it would take me reminding them, like, "Hey, let's go," and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
magic tree." But I would never be like, "Let's go check on the magic tree." They never just
you guys
forget.
are all like Dory. Like,
And-
it's like every day. They're
My
like,
son.
Hey, it's your birthday. It is my birthday. Yes.
We're not
it
doing
is.
anything. What are we doing today? I don't know. Let's go look at the magic tree.
Magic tree. I forgot about that.
So, and I'll explain.
It didn't forget about you.
So then that papaya tree died, and then we forgot for a while. Then Juan, our buddy Juan, that manages Twitch and everything. He gave me another papaya tree, and this one lived. Now I just told my sons like years ago. This was 2 years ago when he gave it to me. I was like, "Oh, the magic tree's back. It's growing." and they're like, "Oh yeah."
it's magic's back.
So recently, I planted it in my backyard, and this motherfucker is 15 feet
Oh, it's
tall.
thriving
Dude,
now.
it's
I saw
huge.
I saw it.
And I had forgotten about this until yesterday. My sons we were wrestling in the pool.
And they have deep voices. Hey, what's up with that? What the fuck happened with the magic tree, motherfucker?
and they saw it, and this kind of plays into my son turning 7 too.
I was
Because they're
trimming
getting
my
too old.
pubes the other day. And I remember
I know.
what happened to the magic tree.
And then they saw it, and then Max, whose birthday is tomorrow, he just turned 7.
Happy
and
birthday, buddy.
He's
He's the best. They're good kids.
He's like, "Dad, is that the magic tree?" And then I'm like, "Oh shit, they remember the magic." I'm like, "Yeah, that is the magic tree."
That probably made you feel good. No bullshit, right? You're
Now-
probably like a little like.
Well,
for those of you
wait
that
until
aren't
you hear the
dads-
ceremony.
Oh, okay, you ruined it, didn't you? I was having a moment there, and
So-
you shit on it.
So, Brendan, and this goes into a broader topic, but it's the topic of magic.
Oh,
right?
I thought you were going to say the topic of trauma.
no. And so
Trauma is magic.
Write that down.
my sons are
That's the name of the show. Magic is trauma. Trauma is magic.
on the border of, I think they're going to realize soon that all this magic is bullshit.
No, the magic is the family memories that were created.
No. I'm
Digging
talking
a hole.
about, I'm talking about Santa and the whole.
So the
tooth
lies
fairy.
unravel is what you mean.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
and now
7.
they still believe, but it's like I see it
You
in
can feel
Tommy's
it?
eyes,
You can
especially
feel it?
Tommy. Like Max, still he's a dreamer. He's a more emotional. Tommy, he's like because Max talks about like Santa the magic. He's like, how does he get around the world? It's already started now.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Tommy, last time Tommy was
I
here,
can't believe I think he only is saying it.
Tommy's
because of
very
us.
quiet. Last time Tommy was here, he sat right there while you and Max were doing something. And Tommy looks at me and he's like, "You don't want to be here, do you?" I looked at him like, "You don't either, do you?" And he's
looked
like,
at
"Nope."
yourself.
And then I'm like, he's like, "All right." And then we both just looked like we had a moment.
So, going back to magic, so I feel like I am in like right at the precipice of
You're standing
them-
at the doorway
of them not like it by next year, maybe a year and a half is done, right? And there's no more, and that magic and the innocence is.
And I know how much you've been fearing this.
And so, I
Time
only
to
say
take him to Casadega.
I'll reignite it with some good old occult.
Yeah.
Brendan, I'm
Occult
glad
magic.
you brought this up.
It's magic for adults.
Because
Yeah.
they're like when I was when I was a younger man in my 20s, I used to get frustrated at adults that believed in magic and superstition and stuff, and I would be like, what the hell? What are you believe?
You're ruling your life based on baby stories.
And then I'm like, what are you talking? And like, I laugh at it, you just get frustrated. And now that I'm a little bit older, I am jealous of people that believe in magic and superstition.
Fun,
and stuff.
isn't it?
Because I look at these people
Like
I'm
Christians.
Like,
They're having fun destroying everything.
you believe you're gonna turn into a bird? like there's all these like
fly away.
People
Oh, it's gonna be
believe
awesome.
in reincarnation
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like
My mom died thinking my dad was a cardinal.
there are people
That's just facts, folks.
that walk around that believe that
Yeah.
they could win the lottery.
Every time Scotty sees a ladybug, he always thinks it's his mom.
Oh my God, he's one of those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which also
How
means he's
awesome
a
is-
sweetheart.
He is a sweet.
Yeah,
How
it means
aw-
he's a lovely person, but it's still baby garbage that he
I
believes.
know, and I'm standing in the back like it's a ladybug.
But don't you want to live like?
I want to live like the ladybug believer.
No, but there are
It's so much
moments.
better.
But there are moments. Like there are moments when it happens in like a powerful confluence of circumstances.
Yeah, yeah.
And a thing like that'll happen,
And it'll hit.
And even me, I can be very pessimistic, and when things like that happen, I'm like, well, suspension of disbelief. It's a very nice moment.
That's a nice way
even
of
if
looking
it's
at
not. This is very nice that it happened.
He can't do that.
But what
though.
if you really believed it? I'm saying,
I know.
like, it would be awesome. I can't go back.
All right, I got something for you.
Are
So-
you jealous that you can't do that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm jealous because
I think you just need
better life.
You need a framework. There's a framework to do it, right? So there's people
Help
who
him.
need religion to help them be better people. Because
Ooh, we knew that guy.
there's a
We
promise.
talked about that last show. Talked about that last show. There was a guy that used the framework of religion to sort of be his guide.
Yeah.
For this new version of himself.
And there's millions of people like that, right? Because
Sure.
it's their way to reset. These
Yeah.
are my rules to be a better human.
Employee handbook.
With the ultimate, an employee handbook. It's
Yeah.
an employee handbook.
Yeah.
So that maybe one day they can go to heaven when they die, right? Great.
Sure.
And that works for a lot of people. And we have a
You
lot
know
less
how
awful
awesome-
people in the world because of it.
It would be to believe I'm going to paradise someday. Take me down.
I know it is a better. It's a better way of going.
I want it. I just can't have
So
it.
I'm naming
ruined it.
Am I naming
Anyway.
the show "The Case for Christ"? Is that
no, no.
I don't know.
I feel
It's
like-
tough.
Oh,
But
I'm jealous. I want to believe in magic. I want to be the.
I think you just got to find something like an encounter or something that just makes sense or like resonates or vibes with you on the right, frequency.
Yeah, what vibes with you, Tom?
What vibes with you?
no vibes. I just.
That's our shirt.
It's just.
It's hard.
A long, nothing matters. Computer turns off.
I think it's-
that's horrible way to live.
But
horrible.
Have you done like hallucinogenics?
We want to.
Even if I was hallucinating, I'll be freaked out. But then after, I'm like, well, that was a hallucination.
But sometimes it helps people like just jog it out because right now you're in this very like urban mindset and like
Urban
day-to-day.
Meyer. He's Urban Meyer. He's Orlando's Urban Meyer. I've been saying
I
that.
do like
you
when they
urban
dance
mindset,
on
sorry.
me.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He owns
that's
a
all
sports
they know.
bar. He likes it when the waitresses grind on his pecker. That's his quote, not mine. He says pecker a lot.
So,
Urban
like,
Meyer looks like a guy that would use the word pecker, right?
Devil's advocate. So I used to believe in gnomes and stuff as a kid.
No, I'm right here. I'm right here.
I did.
This motherfucker, we invited him into our house. He says, I told him, anything you can do, just don't call me a gnome on the show.
That came out of left field.
There's one right here.
I did not expect you to say no.
Stick with me.
So we all believe in gnomes, right? Let's get that out of the way.
I don't even know anybody that believes in gnomes.
I'll tell you.
My sons don't believe in gnomes.
I'm from the wilderness, right? Like as a kid, we were painting rocks. Like there was nothing to do. We had like,
I forgot you grew up
right
in the woods.
in the woods.
Yeah.
And then my dad is an archaeologist, so he would bring me with me because I had better like
I'm a gnome
note-taking
archaeologist.
skills. And I would he'd interview like native elders. Anytime that there was like a road going in or like a dam or something, he would get hired by the government as an archaeologist to do like a cultural heritage survey. So bear with me. This is a little
right.
dry.
This is very, very interesting
And so
stuff.
in the storytelling component, like gathering local knowledge and talking to elders and like cultural history from a region was very important. That's the first step when you're looking for areas of significance, whether it's like a graveyard or places, a holy place, or where people do sweat lodges and things like that. And so I'd be there as a kid writing all this shit down for my dad just because he had the worst chicken scratch handwriting.
This helped you be a writer, though, too, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really a writer. I'm just kind of a gossiper.
Okay. You're selling yourself
I'm an
short.
urban
Continue.
planner.
Yeah, this
No,
is
no, no.
super interesting, man.
So, but we would hear these stories from these elders who would talk about like little gnome people that lived in the woods, or they believed in Sasquatch.
What if they want to live in the woods? They're not quite there yet.
But
they have to eliminate their family.
They're all
first.
really good hiders, because they're like spirits of the woods. But like if you're alone in the woods, like in the wilderness where there's nobody around for miles, like you'll believe in this shit because there's nothing around to tell you otherwise, and there has to be an explanation for stuff. Like the Wendigo, which some people think is like a werewolf. It's really like this came from like white trappers being in the wilderness so long by themselves, they just go batshit crazy and sometimes resort to cannibalism and eat other people. And then like native legends came up around it because they were telling stories about these weird French Canadians that would start eating people because they couldn't live on their own anymore in the wilderness because you just go crazy. So they're like, but like when you're around these older men, like real people who've seen shit, sharing these stories, you kind of like there's a nugget in you that's like your little lizard Neanderthal brain at the back is like, that could be true, so there's like, so maybe you just need that spark of an encounter with somebody or something if you want it, because then you can start to believe maybe there's something else out there. Otherwise it's like we're just a garbage patch in the ocean.
I know.
Yeah. We're just like a live garbage on a garbage planet, soon to be dead.
It ties into my story because
that was a long story. Sorry.
No,
I enjoyed that. That's really fascinating that you did that as a kid.
It's because I do appreciate people that believe in some sort of supernatural thing, or like, but that truly believe it, not that just say like my wife will get scared of ghosts sometimes.
What about my
ghosts?
I got one more. So my dad My dad does these. Do you know what a sweat lodge is? Like it's not just a sauna.
Those are the people that make all our Tom and Dan t-shirts. Right?
Yeah. I signed the paperwork.
Yeah.
With little hands.
They send me a photo. They're holding it up. I'm like, that looks good.
Are you okay with this?
Yeah.
I'm like, for the price, check.
Yeah. I'm like,
$10?
Good. They're like, American made? I'm like, no. Too expensive.
American stores.
Yeah. My God.
Well, it could be. My dad would tell me. He told me this one story about, what was his name? I don't know, a medicine man. And they were all in a sweat lodge. When you go to a sweat lodge, you can sometimes like see weird things, or like you become dehydrated, or if you're fasting, sometimes you fast for days before you're allowed into the sweat lodge. And then you get really hot. You're sweating out all these toxins. I don't know what they're throwing in the fire. Like things happen, right?
You're hallucinating.
Yeah.
Because your body is dying.
And the medicine man told my dad a story. He was like, and all I can remember from the story is he told him, and that was the first time I turned into a bear. And my dad was like, well, you mean like metaphorically? And the guy was like, no, I like shapeshifted into a bear. And dad was like, oh, sure. He did the sweat lodge with him like a week later. They did the fasting ahead of time, and he said there were like noises of bears, around. You can't see anything. It's just pitch dark and smoke.
Some bear sucked my dick. I'm like, fuck yeah, what?
And I was like, you can't say no to a bear.
I get to the sweat lodge and it all goes black. I start hallucinating. I feel my dick being sucked by a bear. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, a lot of teeth.
Wow.
Teeth and ground.
Archaeologist. I should have been an archaeologist.
Archaeologist.
My God.
In the myth of the magical tree, this kind of plays into it.
Yeah.
I told my sons when it grows a fruit, which will be a big papaya, because it's a papaya tree, that we'll all eat the papaya and then gain some sort of magical powers or
you stole that from Encanto, didn't you? Encanto, he stole it.
Oh, I like that.
So, and then I told them yesterday in the pool, I'm like, when it grows a fruit, we could all eat it and we can get superpowers. And Max was
I
like,
saw
yes.
it. It's tall as hell now.
No, I know. It will grow fruit. And so Max was like, yes, Tommy's, I see it in his eyes. He's like, but so this is my question.
You better watch Tommy, because if you see him out there like kicking at it or poking it or something, he's going to try and
well,
he might try to like do some investigating. You never know, right?
That's great. And that's that spark.
Well, my question is, I want to take it further. And then once we're like, I want to set it up where we eat the papaya.
We need some pyrotechnics so you can have fire hands. Fire hands.
So then I will put like a trunk in the corner of the room, and I'll
Brendan
put some.
doesn't look like he's on board.
No,
with this.
fishing
Why?
string, and then I'll have Max eat the papaya, and then Max, I'll point at the trunk, like, Max, try to levitate that trunk. And then Max will stick his hand out like Stranger Things.
Use the force.
And then Crystal will lift, I'll put some fishing line, lift the trunk off the ground. And then for that 5 minutes, he'll believe you really have superpowers. Now, my question being
It's like a fake lottery ticket to your Uncle Randy.
This is the trauma.
Oh my God, this is life.
Is this trauma?
Money.
Now,
No, just the
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. I knew it. I could see it in his eyes. He's like, you're fucking up your kid.
Yeah, and actually, that's what. Like, if you just share that fruit with them, and you guys just have like a great time together eating that
Like,
fruit,
we grew
they will
this.
remember that forever.
Yeah,
The
but-
time they eat the magical fruit with you, don't fuck it up by levitating something, and then he's going to be embarrassed.
I can hear Sam
Well,
saying this is sound
and
advice.
he's going to be embarrassed because he'll be like, he'll see you do it, and for the 5 seconds he thinks it's real, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, you tricked me, and then the whole experience of their childhood in the tree will just be thrown out the window. Don't do it.
Well, okay.
Don't do it.
All right. Now, I see your point. But here's my point.
okay.
Yeah. I got just a counterpoint because we're flushing this out.
Here's why you're wrong.
No. Because you got a great point of deception and embarrassment.
There's a life lesson there. At least you be prepared.
When Uncle Randy's running around your grandma's house screaming he won the lottery.
He usually does something stupid, too. He's like, punches out a window, and he's like, hey, I'm good for it.
and then he starts telling your aunt that she's a bitch.
Fuck this coon! Yeah! Crotch stop.
And then when you tell him it's a fake lie and you look in the back and he sees, I think he's
I'm
more
going to tell my
mad.
boss. You know what? I'm going to finally call him the N-word. Whoa, Randy. Whoa.
So I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But you know the expression, it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all?
Loved it all, yeah.
Is it
I fucked that
better
up.
for 2 minutes think you're a real superhero
No.
one time in your life than to never believe you're a
you'll never
superhero
have it again because you'll never believe in it again.
Well, that's eventually going to happen,
That
Brendan.
feels like an honest answer from someone who may have been tricked into eating a magical papaya before. You know, it's like, seriously, like, I feel like he's trying to help you, like, authentically help you, and I want to be on your side, but I got to be honest with you, he's guilting me hard with his eyeballs. I feel bad.
Hey, this ain't no sweat bear sucking your dick. but it's something.
Yeah, I had that experience at Parliament House. Completely different from what my dad went through. Way less teeth.
So you're saying don't embarrass him and make him believe he has superpowers? Because I thought this
It
is
could
the only
backfire.
time.
Okay.
He'll never. In 1 year he'll never fall for it. But right now he may.
Let me paint you a picture. Remember the story I've told in the. You weren't here for it, but I've told it a couple of times. I'm talking about my mom, how she really wanted these friends. They'd moved to a new house. He really wanted these friends to come and hang out with her, and nobody would. And she had, and it wasn't like she was weird or anything. I think she was just the new kid, right? But remember, she lied and told him she had an elephant in her basement.
Yeah,
and they all came over and they all went down there, and then obviously there was no elephant. And then she got like horribly embarrassed, and it made the situation worse. I wonder if you're getting yourself into an
Elephant in the basement room.
Well, you make Max do the levitate the thing, and then he invites all his friends over. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do the big
Oh, my
levitation," and
God.
then nothing's happening, and then they're like, then they start beating him up. Or like, kids are crazy.
Well, I feel like, of course. Well, or we eventually eat the magic papaya together.
Because
and
guess
then
who's
when-
stringing the fishing line? It ain't gonna be him. It'll be little Danny Denny. He'll be
Save the
hoisting
seeds and
me
play
up.
it more.
If they-
Save the seeds and play it more around the neighborhood. And then spread that magic tree love across the neighborhood. That's cool. Then they can all watch more magic trees.
Good
bro.
at events, man. This whole idea,
Yeah,
he's
you're
spreading
right.
it to other fathers. You
Seed
know?
bombs. Have you heard of seed bombs?
Whoa, I know what that is. I just dropped it. Right?
my neighbors will be screaming, "You planted a goddamn papaya! I want an apple tree, American apple." But okay, so
American fruit.
Why do you hate my ideas? It's because I'm gay? Why do you hate good things?
He told me that. He's like, Brendan's ideas, they're just so good.
So gay. I want Brendan on the show, but what an F.
why do you think I say that word? I never say that word.
You said F. You say F.
Although,
He's never said that word.
on the show. We used to say it, but
we did.
it
We
was
did
a
once or
different
twice.
time.
Once
It
or
was
twice.
2010.
Yeah, it's a different
Oh,
time.
God. There's going to be a real one day.
Yeah,
They liked
it
it
wasn't a hate. It was more for jokes.
It was heritage.
Somebody do that for a kid.
That doesn't work here. Shit.
A heritage vote. Oh, my God.
All right, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when we come back, I want to see what's going on.
When you come back, I want to see your titties. What are you talking about?
You miss Sam, eh?
Can you do the outros too? Like intros or outros for
Come over here. I'll show you my magic tree.
Like, I don't need to tell you guys what we're doing. I mean, what are you going to do? Leave? Where are you going to go? You're listening to a podcast. Stupid.
Oh,
Just
God, you're killing
play
me
the
today.
music or whatever.
The name of the band is Cheek
Guys
Face.
can fast forward through the commercials.
Yeah, you can if you'd like, but don't because they're funny. The name of the band is Cheek Face. The name of the song is Pledge Drive. We'll be back with more on Mediocre Time right after this. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at TomandDan.com for emails. We'd love to have a few more before we close this out, and we will be right back.
I am living in an extra large box. It's a nice big house with a TV VCR.
Family-friendly service. That's American Air and Heat.
Yep, AmericanAirandHeat.com. Tell them you're a Tom and Dan listener, you're a BDM. You can get 10% off any of the services. You have to service your AC unit once a year.
Yeah, we
You
found
get
that out the hard way.
Preventative maintenance so it doesn't break down. And if it's hot as hell in your house right now, or your AC is just running 12 hours a day to try to cool your house,
Probably have a problem.
your electric bill is insane. Your unit is probably old and it's inefficient. I got a brand new unit through American Air and Heat. They got financing that you could do.
It's the best way to do it. That's, like I wasn't able to do that years ago when I had to replace my air conditioner. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but I replaced my air conditioner with an underpowered air conditioning because the people I used didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Here's something I guarantee. American Air and Heat, they absolutely know what they're talking about. I had an underpowered unit, so my entire house, that thing was working all the time.
And not only are the new units more efficient, but they came and redid my duct work that was still from the original building of the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I only had one return, and now they re-engineered all of my duct work, so I have a return in every single room. So in every room, it sucks out the hot air. It's just science.
Yeah.
And then cools down the house more efficiently. So my house is cool everywhere.
Quieter, cooler, way more efficient, doesn't run all the time. It's a blessing, man.
It saved me nearly $100 a month. Talk to them about a brand new unit. Like I said, there's financing available, 10% off if you're a BDM. It's AmericanAirandHeat.com.
College Park? Don't go to Hayes.
Oh, my God.
A lot of those there.
I'm having too much fun. Welcome back to Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha is on vacation back on Monday. On news today is Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower on the Bus on Real Radio 104.1. We did offer up an invitation to John Bustecker, but he's too busy being a narc and destroying all the fun that we have in Orlando with his
He has a very serious
enforcement
job.
ways.
He can't. Corporate time, he could probably do more easily.
Yeah. He just gets
Especially
afraid
when
of
we're
the...
talking about bear blowjob.
He'll get in trouble.
Also, sign up to become a BDM at TomandDan.com. We're sending out the invite to our BDM beach party, which, Brendan, you should come by. We're
Okay.
gonna do it. It's in September, where the invite goes out for you and a guest to every BDM.
Yep.
So sign up before
It's a good time.
next week. We'll send out another invite 3 weeks or a couple weeks before, too. So sign up and you can go to that or be invited to that BDM only party.
Where are we going?
Well,
I
it's,
can't see just
only
that.
BDMs.
So people don't just show up.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's
Got
for
it.
BDMs only, so you got to be at a BDM to
Sign language
go,
it to me under the camera.
Yeah,
Don't
I'll
care.
tell you, it's good.
It's the place you all know.
So yeah. But first, it's certain most everybody's even listening to this.
It's
is a BDM at this
exactly
point.
where you think.
Yeah, we're trying to hide, keep it a secret. But it's everybody's a BDM is listening to this,
Right.
And not really many others.
No.
It's just BDMs at this point. All right, Brendan,
I'll bring my mermaid tail.
Yes.
You know, I thought about something during the break.
There's an ocean.
Not to jump back to the last thing, the papaya tree and the magic.
Yeah.
You don't take very many things seriously, and you don't get mad very often, especially with me. I think I can count the number of times that we've had a serious disagreement on one hand. There's only really been one time that you told me, you weren't even really yelling. You're just like, you're being a dickhead, like that. And,
That was like the old gas.
yeah, and we were intentions were high, and it was warranted because I was being a dickhead.
Okay.
How mad would you, or would you be mad if I took your sons aside and told them that and just stomped the magic flat? it would bother you, right? Because it's not my place to do it. You would be like really seriously hurt.
Yeah.
Like you would be like, that's fucked up, dude. That's not fucking cool.
You take the magic away from my sons?
Yeah.
Oh, take anything
You
away
beat me up, wouldn't you? You beat me, like, hold me, beat me up.
I would also argue he'd be taking the magic away from you.
Yeah.
And I think
it's
you're
really
enjoying
just
this
about me.
process.
It's your magic. Selfish magic.
It's all about me. Like I want my
old
son.
selfish magician.
And your kids know that too. There's a performative aspect, to sharing it with their dad.
You know, I've noticed that with Maisie. I've noticed with Maisie now that she'll do things. She'll be like, thanks, Mom. And Dad. I get that sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And it hurts my heart when she'll be like, this is the best dinner. I love you, Mama. You too. You're good. And I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah. I
bought it.
Max opened up some presents on his birthday, actual birthday, because his party's tomorrow.
Yeah.
His actual birthday was Wednesday, and he thanked Crystal. And then and then I'm like, hey, she told me what she bought you in a text.
I knew she was buying it.
I didn't see it.
You can do this move. That's Daddy's money. who's that's old Big Daddy's money?
I don't know. She's got a separate business account now with her own money.
Yeah,
she tells me all the time about it. All the time. I'm like,
Was she not working before?
I got too real.
Well, when she used to just have a regular job, now she's a realtor, so she owns her own company per se.
Awesome.
So then now she has her own business bank.
Hold on a second. Is that what realtors say now?
Yeah.
I'm a company.
I don't know.
You gotta have some stuff. You gotta have like
It's
a little bit of
registered.
that.
She got an LLC or something, right?
You gotta pay Sunbiz. If you don't on time, $400. That's embarrassing. After 10 years of being a company, I'm paying Sunbiz $400 for accidentally forgetting to
it was bad.
Pay the $189.
And we figured it out too. We fucked it all up. We thought we did it, and then we lied. And
God.
You have a little reminder set for that?
Nah,
What do you want to do now,
I got
buddy?
like 85 email reminders that I somehow just overlooked.
if you look into our emails, there's no correspondence to clients. There's none within the company. It's all just reminders of things we need to do. Seriously, mine's that way too. Like mine's like email Tony, email Tom, take your vitamin.
Brendan, you want to tell us about what's going on?
Yeah, let's
locally?
do it.
All right, cool.
Cool. Should I write him a song? What kind of song do you want?
Talking about the local news with Tom and Dan and Brendan too.
Holy
shit, that's good.
Just cut that out.
Put some guitar. Jackal, take that. Do the thing.
Yeah, take a good job.
That's what you do, right?
Yeah, do the thing.
Yeah, do the thing.
We had an update about that fake Basquid story. You want to hear about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's listening. You don't know what we're talking about.
No, we broke the news
Aren't you
with
supposed
Kyle
to say
Eagle.
Basket?
We got in trouble for making fun of the name on one of our Instagram.
How do you get in
reels.
trouble?
Like, pronounce it correctly.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it
deserves your respect.
It could be, It could be.
Yeah.
Then you're dipping your toe into where you're not giving an artist of color their due, and that's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to take it juvenile. It sounds like a basket.
You got a French Haitian name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it funny.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you very much. It wasn't me that did it though, so don't send me an email.
It was
our art correspondent, Lisa Bates.
Oh.
Have you ever seen her?
No.
She rides.
Way to throw her under the bus.
He gives no fucks. This guy's an assassin.
It's the whole reason I got her. Whole reason we got her.
He's a straight killer. He's an assassin. He just gives no fucks.
What happened?
I have no fucks.
I love your confidence, man.
Oh, thank you.
Seriously, I need to get that. I used to give no fucks, like Brendan. He used to be something in this fucking town. 2015, most popular celebrity in this hellhole.
Yeah, but life beat you down.
It did.
Having
a kid,
wife.
My pegger doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's so tough for straight people. Eh?
Yeah.
Straight white men. You guys just got it.
You know what's weird?
I know. That's what I say.
It's hard being
I have
white
a flag
straight
about
it. Don't tread on me. It's on a stake. It's just your dick coiled up, looking sad. Is that a flag? That should be a flag.
So what is our basket update? Basket.
All right, I did say that. Well, apparently, a dealer in South Florida may have sold millions in photo artwork, including the Basquiats that led to that scandal. His name's, and I'm going to mess his name up, so don't get mad at me. Daniel Buaziz. It sounds like Boise's.
Boise's.
Boise's
mosquitoes is bad today.
He was just indicted on charges of fraud and money laundering after clients discovered that their collection was fake. And he said that he got all of the art from a mysterious German billionaire, and then the FBI seized all the assets of him, including,
of course,
and I can never say it, Rolls Royces.
Rolls Royce, yeah, okay. You got it.
I want to say Rolls Royce,
yeah.
And a 70-foot boat, and they're all gone now, owned by the FBI.
It's amazing how you could be so dumb but get away with something that seems like only a genius could get away with. Like how? Because
it seems like that's always the blueprint too. It's usually a dumb smart guy.
Like he got his forgeries in a museum. Like news media was like, "Wow, we got the like."
I was there. I was so excited.
Everybody was. I mean, like, how would I know, right?
So how did this guy trick him?
I say I appreciate art. I own local artist
art.
Well,
people don't know.
I'm just saying the only art in my house is from like local artists. I love it. I love art. Like even that's
fake.
That's one of my pieces there. You know that one. You know when we shut this shit down, that'll go in my house. But it's like one of those things where it's like how would I ever know? Like, of course, if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, I have a Banksy," it's a legitimate Banksy. First of all, I'd want to keep it. I wouldn't want you guys outbidding me, right? I'm trying to be real about this. So I'd be like, and the guy's like, "Hey, $5,000, you can have this." I talked to Andrew. I'd be like, "Holy shit, we can get a Banksy for $5,000. That's probably like really low price, right?"
Yeah.
So I keep it low. I don't want to tell
cutting
anybody.
Out holes on buildings for $1 million.
Yeah, and then I buy it, and then I have it, and then people ask me where I got it. Well, I don't want to give you that information. I mean, I can see why the secrecy works. It almost works to help them, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's who it came from. Who presented to you the Banksy,
mysterious German billionaire.
But if it's the Orlando Museum of Art,
right,
and then they say it's a Banksy, then you believe them
because that's why there's
if it's Cactus Steve, you're like then it's on you.
Yeah. Most museums weren't touching the exhibit; they didn't want to touch the collection because it was questionable, right? But by him doing it, it gave them legitimacy. So then they would be able to turn around and sell it instead of for like $500,000, they could sell it for $500 million. So that's why people are like, oh, maybe the guy Aaron DeGroff, the director, maybe he's going to get a kickback or something.
We
it's promised him, hey, we're going to sell this off for $500 million. We'll give you $100 million just because you helped us legitimize the collection.
We talked about the same thing with Kyle Eagle on ACT about that, and I said I was like, well,
some said we blew the lid off of it. I've always wanted to say that. Some say that we were the journalists that blew the lid off of the basket story.
So with that whole director theory,
you ever had your lid blown off?
I have not.
I want my lid blown off.
I've never been that surprised at what happened.
You ever had your lid blown off on weed?
I'd have to find my lid first. I don't even know where I put it.
But that theory was the director promised some sort of kickback
I could tell by his goatee that he was promised a kickback.
Did you see the photo of him at the opening?
Yeah, he had no
Did I
shirt
show you
on,
that?
and he had like sunglasses.
So funny. I have it.
He was dressed like MC Hammer in 1989.
Yes.
Because you know why is because other than getting the kickback, if that's not the case, then you're just like, well, you're just an idiot then, because how do you not vet this or bring in some professionals?
And did you see that crap? He hired an art critic, somebody to assess it. She gave a whole honest feedback of I think probably 6 of these are fake at least. But who knows? I'm not a Basquiat expert. And then they only took out pieces of her critique, and then they used the ones that were in favor of it and dumped the rest.
That's what you do in the news, right?
Off of it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you do.
Yeah, you just tailor the narrative to fit whatever you need.
Yeah.
And then you tuck it in that guide, that Kyle Eagle showed us her quote.
Yeah.
And it was actually her quote, but it was out of context. And
no shit against our friends on Real Radio, but I consistently hear radio people say the media. And I'm like, girl, you in the media too? What are you talking about the big media? You're part of that media.
Real Radio?
We try to distance ourselves.
I used to work there.
We don't do a lot of news, we don't do much news.
We're doing it right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're not the media either.
I guess I am.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Sure.
Did you hear about the naked cowboy?
No.
The guy in New York City?
Yeah.
I met that guy one time.
Was it at Daytona Beach?
No.
When he got arrested?
Oh, what was he doing? He put his dick in a bearded dragon's mouth, didn't he?
What'd you call me?
So, the naked cowboy likes Daytona.
He
Shocking.
Shocking. Another piece of breaking news.
Target market. He was there performing on the side of the road somewhere at Daytona Beach during Bike Week.
All right.
And the cops came along and they're like, I feel weird about this handsome man in his
I'm
underwear
surprised
playing
these
guitar.
bikers didn't like throw batteries at him or something or
I
beat
guess
him
they
up.
liked him. Maybe he's a little conservative or something.
He
so
is
they
very
liked it.
conservative,
Is he?
I believe,
There
yeah.
you go. Cowboy.
He's got an American flag guitar.
Yeah.
That's what keeps him from getting beat up.
He was arrested. He was arrested for panhandling, and he sued the city. He sued the city of Daytona Beach, and they just settled for, I want to say, $90,000.
Oh my God! We had to give that guy $90,000.
Yeah, just so that they could settle it out of court. Because if they had gone to court and he had won, they would have had to revoke all of these panhandling laws that are actually unconstitutional. Orlando used to have them too. Remember, used to have those blue boxes painted on the
Yeah,
street
that's
corners?
unconstitutional. We're supposed to allow these horrible creatures.
It's free speech. Free speech.
No, I mean, but their speech. That's not speech. Like, what is that? That's nothing.
The most surprising
They're
thing
expressing
You
themselves.
should have to form words to make it speech.
Freedom of expression, and that's how they chose to express
Damn it,
themselves.
you got me.
I can't believe
With a fart.
panhandling was illegal in Daytona. I'm surprised. I did not know.
I thought it was made for panhandling.
yeah.
It's probably on the beach, right? I guess you can't police the beach like that. Maybe
Now,
you could do that.
if you're street performing, is that panhandling?
No,
Yes.
that's buck. What are those? There's
Busking.
Busking.
But it's if you're
a
asking
form-
for money, if you're asking for money in exchange for you to perform, that's panhandling.
Now, busking.
But what's
live-
asking is that putting your hat or guitar open? Is that asking for money?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shouldn't be it. Like you're not saying like, hey, get, like hassling. People.
I have my hat down here.
Yeah, you're just, like
Hello.
I like the street perform. Like sometimes
I do like a good street performer too. I was gonna be serious again. I know people can't tell, but like people that like a good singer songwriter, and in Europe this is really big.
Yeah.
You know, Jeff Howe went and did it, and there are a lot of streams on Twitch. We're live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/TomandDanLive. You can find these
If you want to
busking.
tip us, go to
Tip us. Tip Brendan. We'll give him the money.
And Venmo.
Busking, there are these feeds in Europe, especially in, like, I want to say,
cool.
stereotypically in England, Scotland, Ireland, you'll find people on these streets, and they'll have a nice Twitch setup, and they'll be busking. And it's awesome, and they're really good musicians, and it's like a thing.
Yeah, no, I know. And then, like in the subway, New Orleans, that was the first time I saw
super
like
talented musicians.
Key West has a bunch of street.
Yeah.
I've seen the Cat performer and like the Square. Like,
Yeah.
they do,
It
you know.
kind of equals out. It's like this social policing, and that like if you're not a great performer, you're not going to make any money, and then
True.
eventually you'll go away. Right? Is the idea?
That's what I think they're
But
hoping
it's-
for, yes.
Yeah.
So let's talk.
St. Augustine is like that.
Let's talk panhandling because
We're the number one panhandling
my
show.
retirement plan.
the number one. I'd prefer all street performing panhandlers because at least they're doing.
They're
something.
giving me something,
They're
yeah.
giving me a
I
song,
agree.
a violin.
Very capitalist of you.
You know, they got cats.
Have
running
a
around.
job, for Christ's sake.
and then I don't care if you have
Leave me a basket out of a palm frond.
if you have a sign and you're standing on the corner and in whatever, I'm fine with that. You're standing on the corner. You have a sign that says your message, and then you're standing. Fine with that.
Okay.
I'm fine.
What
with,
are you not okay with, maybe?
Okay, because there's a new panhandling group that is in Castleberry. Seriously,
Oh
like
my
and
God,
my
new
wife.
panhandling group.
Yeah, and they are aggressive panhandlers.
Oh, knock on the window?
Like knock on the
If
window.
you knock on my window, I'm going to shoot you through the glass of my window.
That's so aggressive paddling is if they ask more than twice. And if they ask more than twice, in really any city, you can generally, the police can come and take them away.
So there are this group, and my wife noticed them. She's like, I saw these people on Redbug last week, and now they're on Lake Howell or whatever.
You know you're in a fancy neighborhood when they name the roads after insects.
We have a shirt coming out.
Fucking red bug. This is Cockroach Lane.
We have a shirt coming out. We have a shirt coming out saying "Love bugs do butt stuff."
That's cool. Give me one of those. Give me one of those.
But if you are knocking on people's window,
Oh, I
and
hate it.
and
It freaks me
aggressive,
out.
Yeah.
aggressive with it, get the hell out of here. You know that I don't like. And no, and like
What if-
standing.
You know they
fine.
call that camping.
Really?
They're like tourists almost, and so they pod around and they go city to city and they hang out and they drink a lot. And I did something at the library once what was it for Downtown Arts District? I used to run this art truck where we'd park the truck in places and do activities with kids, usually at schools and stuff.
When you had a van that would go to school, and you would park it and then beckon the kids out.
We were not allowed to have them on the truck. Nobody would get on the truck. It was all outside of the truck.
I'm just saying. I mean, you're describing this, and I'm like, I don't know.
I brought that up when my bosses pitched it to me. I was like,
it's a truck. We go school to school. We trick the children inside. It's totally good.
The boss, she didn't understand. She was like, just bring them on the truck. It'll be air conditioned. I'm like, no,
give them some snacks. Got to take their shirt off. Why am I cool down a little bit?
Here's a popsicle. Yeah. Have a popsicle.
Cool down a little bit.
Free AC and candy corn.
Blow some air up your panholes. It's hot outside. It's a heat wave.
Oh my God. What am I saying? Oh, they put me at the library, but then they moved us behind the library. So like where there was no kids, because no kids go behind the library because it's a bunch of homeless people. So we spent the day making art with homeless people, and this lady was like, "Oh yeah, we've been here for like a week, and people drop money by Wall Street. They buy us drinks. We just sleep around here. We call it camping." And I brought it up with the homeless people at City Hall. They're like, "Yeah, that's a big thing." Most of them aren't homeless. They'll leave home and just go hang out in like
hey,
a
you want a slice of pizza? All we got to do is go lay on this bench for a little while. Somebody will buy us one.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's nuts.
Oh, they'll beat up kids that are too drunk, UCF kids at Wall Street, take their money, just like that's their thing.
Well, they deserve that. If you're a drunk bro from UCF, I hope you get beat up by a homeless man if your money's stolen.
And they'll just go and like live in a certain area for a couple nights and just get free
Check
stuff.
It out. What's the vibe in downtown Orlando? Let's go to Castleberry. Let's go to Winter Garden.
It seems horrible though. Yeah. It doesn't seem fun.
They're loving it.
I guess if you have the
McDonald's.
balls,
do some meth, get some fentanyl,
you're on drugs. I forget.
Meth must be good as fuck.
And you can't be embarrassed to like hassle people because they'll give you money. You hassle me, I'll give you money to go away from me.
Have we got the technology yet where we can get meth that doesn't make your face fall off? Because I think I would try it.
You just can't get to smoke it. You got to eat it like I do.
Yeah,
I just picture some homeless guy in 2050 and be like, "This new meth today doesn't have the same hit."
Well, like meth though, like I've talked to people that have done it before, and they say they love it.
Yeah.
You know, and it feels great. But the one thing that keeps me from doing it is that everybody's nose falls off.
That's because they get the smoke in their face. Is
that really?
Yeah. You got to microdose.
Why can't you blow it away from you?
Because you're
microdoses.
Oh, Adderall.
I'm a functional meth head.
No. Adderall is just amphetamine salts. And then I'm looking at I'm like amphetamines. I know what that is.
I think I need.
That's all it is, right?
I think I need what you got now.
Go get it.
I'm having trouble focusing.
Yeah. That's all you need to say.
Amphetamines?
Yeah, Adderall. Like everybody's on it.
Yeah.
Are you on Adderall?
No,
Are we talking about this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's on Adderall.
Oh.
I want to be on Adderall.
I tell everyone, I'm like, just do a little bit of Adderall.
I want testosterone so my pecs get
I
big.
want testosterone.
Well, that's the next step.
I want that too.
Yeah.
I want Adderall. I want testosterone. I want meth.
Every rich guy is on Adderall and testosterone.
And like every politician.
They're all going to have a heart attack.
And every politician. I've heard that. Every older politician, in order to keep themselves sharp, they're all on the Adderall.
Yeah. You know, my bigger friends tell me that they're like, I'm like, I don't want to have a heart attack. And then I look at them and I'm like, really?
I like how he said bigger. Why would you say bigger?
How dare you look at me in the face like I'm your wife's butthole? Tell me.
No, he can't look at his wife's butthole, but he can look at you. Why did you just say your fat ass friends? Why did you curb it?
It's true, though.
I don't want to make
I'm not saying that about you.
That's why I don't do coke anymore. I'm too fat to do coke.
I don't want to make them feel bad. I don't want to make anybody feel
You're
bad.
not fat.
Yeah.
No.
No. My doctor told me.
Really? And mine did too. Mine told me. She's like,
doctor.
That's why I got to sit like this.
They put me in the traction machine today, and when they put you in that corset and they tighten it and then they strap you in, my gut flap went
yeah.
bleep out, and then I was pinching it, and
That's
it
just
is
skin because you lost so much weight.
No, it's just fat,
Now you
like a
got-
squirrel. It's all fat.
Yeah. Got Lucy, fat guy. I got that too.
Yeah.
It's
gross.
If I was like a celebrity or rich, I'd get that taken care of.
It's disgusting.
We had a
You got
body
doctors.
sculpting group just reach out to us.
I need
And was
cold.
like,
Is
"You
it the
need
cold
lipo?"
laser? I need the cold laser body sculpting techniques.
If you see how good like celebrities look.
Male lipo's a thing now.
I know a lot of it's genetics and stuff, but
I want Chris Pratt's eye bag remover.
dude, Tom Cruise is insane.
Yeah.
Like for his age.
That's Scientology.
I also saw Selma Hayek, and they're like Selma. Some people say Selma Hayek is too old for bikinis, and stupid social media clickbait or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I click on it, and then I'm like, oh my god, she's like 56 years old, and it's insane.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, I know.
How? Although she's married now.
Money, just throw
To
money
Ben
at
Affleck,
it.
right?
He must have a giant Johnson.
Yeah, because that guy's like a mess, right? He's an alcoholic, and
he's from Boston.
He's the worst Batman. And
She's
he's
a
gross.
mess too. And, they're like six. I see the memes of like.
I thought he was a good Batman.
Oh, you thought he was?
I don't think the movie was good.
I
but
didn't.
thought he was
I don't
good
watch any of those baby movies. I don't watch movies.
Batman. You don't watch any movie?
No, I watch.
he's anti-movie.
I just watch the news, but only when it's bad.
He likes to doom scroll.
Yeah, I'm doom
Oh,
scrolling.
you're doom scrolling.
Yeah, I doom scroll.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's why you're sad.
Sun up to sun down. Like my phone will text me. It'll be like your screen usage is up 3,000% this week.
Is that an Apple thing?
Yeah. It's a
that's
doom
funny.
scrolling alerts. I get them all the time. Like, you haven't scrolled enough, and I get all there. Like, okay. Oh God, I beam it into my eye.
The dooms are coming. What's the next
All
one?
right, let's try. OSHA's looking into local Amazon warehouses for workplace issues.
Yeah.
They're following up on a
Why
referral
is it
from the U.S. Attorney's
surprising
office.
that? Why is it surprising with this many products going out to us that people are getting hurt and people are suffering and there's like that's what has to happen.
Allegedly has to do. What was that whole peeing in bottles thing? What
because
was that?
Amazon, you can buy pee in a bottle on Amazon.
Because what happened?
Accidentally, if
Prime.
it falls into your box,
It's Prime.
It's they
wouldn't let you leave the.
they tried to they put. I think if you're on Amazon, we need to talk to. So one of our listeners definitely works in an Amazon warehouse.
Well,
for sure. At this
I know
point.
somebody that does, but I don't think he'll go on the air because he's a higher up.
But they tried to just basically add technology to warehouse jobs, and then they track their movements of the workers. So then they
If you hooked me up to one of those udder milking devices and I could just pee whenever I wanted, I'd do that.
Yeah, well, it's
To increase my efficiency.
Yeah, I would wear a diaper and load packages and just piss and shit my pants for the right amount of money. Yeah.
Well, I used to. Okay, this doesn't really count, but I used to stock the shelves
OnlyFans.
at Home Depot. There was just kind of like a warehouse, right?
it is,
It's closer, whatever. And then the pallets would come in, and then we'd have to take all the product from the semi trucks and put it on the shelves in the middle of the night. It was like in college, me and the Grizz, my roommate, we were overnight shelf stockers at Home Depot.
Okay.
And so
The hijinks commenced.
well, every single night we try to figure out how to hide and sleep,
Yeah, how to get out of their job.
or smoke on the peat moss out in the back or whatever. And so almost 50% of the time we were wasting time smoking or hiding. Like one time we tried to develop or trying to steal from the company.
It was when Grizz was stealing all the drill bits. Right?
Yeah. And then we were trying to sleep underneath we realized if you pull the chains out that you can get behind the chains and sleep.
Chain by the foot, where you can buy your own
And Home
chain.
and you hook it up to something you can just lay on?
No, I pull the chain out
Because
for
they
the Grizz.
hang down, right? There's all these spools of chain, and they hang down. If you move the chain up, you can slide behind the chain, hang the chain back down, and it's a curtain of chain,
Sounds
and
like
people can't see you.
That's like a level on Diablo.
So basically, and then the Grizz would sleep for 2 hours, and then our boss would be like, "Hey, where's the Grizz?"
Just
And I'd be like,
organizing the chain, sir.
and then we go, and then I'd go back and sleep. So anyway, we would just
Looking for weak links.
try to steal and waste time, right? So Bezos said, "None of that shit. I'll put fucking trackers on all of you, and then you have to piss in a bottle."
So wait, they won't say what it is, what the infractions are, but they'll tell us soon.
Yeah, because nobody, it's a gigantic, huge warehouse operation, and they're trying to do it for as cheap as possible. Like we all get free shipping, like, free.
I probably
it doesn't cost anything for me to order a $5 piece of Chinese garbage and someone in a van to drive it to my front
that's a problem.
door 2 days later, or sometimes the same day.
You know, I don't like
garbage,
it though.
free.
I don't use Amazon a lot. Like, admittedly, I don't use it a lot. I bet you I use it the least out of anybody here.
Oh, yeah.
There's an Amazon package every day.
I'm an old man.
Same.
Like, I drive to the store. I like to get the phone case and look at it. Hey, where does this go fit my 13
I need it.
Pro? Yeah.
But they have like obscure things. costumes, like I'm assembling an outfit right now for. I want to be a Klingon drag queen for one of our bingo nights.
All right.
So we're getting all these pieces, and every once in a while when I'm like, up late at night, what can I get? Oh, that'd be perfect. This little fur skin. And,
they got like weird things, but like I use Amazon for the company. I use it here for just about every little thing we need in here. It has replaced my intense love for Radio Shack. God bless you, Radio Shack.
Radio Shack.
I mean,
there's one left in town, right?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's independent. It's in Soto.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but they don't carry a lot of this. Like I used to love to go when there were tons of them.
Yeah.
Even when
it's got like radio receivers and
and
AC
parts
jacks.
I need for this.
Yeah.
Like when we were building this place out, like a lot of the little connectors or a lot of like little old school like XLR pieces.
Yeah,
you can buy a lot of that stuff independently. And the best part about Radio Shack is they didn't gouge you, and their prices were like really, really good for very high quality stuff. And so when they were going out of business, even some of those bins still have. I liquidated. I spent hundreds of dollars just buying stuff I thought I would need
one day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it just worked out. It's worked out for us because there's been times when you're like, hey, do you have a thing? I'm like, I think I got a thing. And I reach down in the bin and I pull out a connector and I'm like, we got it. We're good, But
and it validates your hoarding every time.
I am a bit of an audio hoarder for sure.
Yeah.
So I know I heard a story that like Bezos was trying to counteract this whole perception that his warehouse employees are treated like shit and the whole thing by paying them more.
Look over here.
And I would imagine that just like Uber did and any of this other like society changing technology, that we're eventually gonna have to pay the piper and start paying for fucking deliveries and shit. Like once everybody
go into drones.
Well, It may
launch those drones.
I don't like the sound of drones, and I've thought about this before when I'm really high. Like
a big old bumblebee.
Yeah, I just think if we have hundreds of those, it's going to be deafening, right?
All the time.
If they're like all navigating each, it's just going to be wild. And birds,
chopped up
birds are as good
over.
as dead, right? Bird, you fly through the air, there's 100 drones, your wings are getting chopped up.
They say eagles attack them all the time just because they're
well, fuck eagles. Eagles are too aggressive. They're too crazy. Did you guys see the video this week of the guy standing on the drone and he's controlling it?
Yeah.
And
a little
he crashes
plastic ball.
He crashes
it.
it.
Yeah. I saw that.
I felt so sad for him because it was working.
Have you seen the ones you get into and you drive and they're like a miniature car sized drone? I'm like, that's fucking
I found them on Alibaba.
Yeah.
We just got to buy 70 of them.
Well, we can sell them BDM drone cars.
Would you fly in our drone gang?
Yeah. You know the guy that owns Bungalower. I don't own it, right? Matt Brofman.
Oh, you don't own it?
No.
Oh, get the fuck out. No.
Mr. Bungalower?
Mr. Bung.
He works for, not Luminar. I'm a bad employee.
Oh, you're going to piss off Big Bung.
Vertical. Big Bung.
Big Bung's coming to get you.
His shirt. Hashtag Big Bungin. He works for that flying car outfit in Lake Nona, but they're like all over. They're based in Germany, but they have a.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it's basically a flying drone. It's vertical takeoff.
Well, that's the real shit, though. That's real. It works.
Yeah.
The 4 drone propellers on each side, like 2 on each side. Does it look like...
It kind of looks like that. You can pull... I can't remember.
That's the one I've seen on social media.
No,
I'll never be able... It's for rich people, right? Like, I'm never going to be able to have one. I'm never going to ride in one in case unless I'm doing like a media event or something, they invite me. But
I don't trust myself well enough to follow the instructions because someone would be like, all right, as long as you don't do this. What
am I going to fly from my house to here? Yeah. 5 feet.
It's for people who want to do like trips to the coast. Like they're what's that new? Did you hear about that restaurant Pecan? Oh no, it's like fancy. Or not Pecan. It's I can't remember what it's called. Salt something over in Kissimmee.
Okay.
It's in this fancy hotel. It's a boutique. They have a restaurant that...
I'm not joking.
It's like Michelin star.
I didn't know there was anything fancy in Kissimmee.
I'm
not joking. I didn't even know there was a fancy part of Kissimmee.
I didn't either.
We go there. It's in an episode of the TV show that I'm in that's coming up in August.
I thought they were still trying to wrangle up all the Arabian Nights horses that got out. Aren't they still... Like, Kissimmee has been ravaged by the Arabian Nights horses. They've been running wild been eating everybody's.
The wild pigs are doing that.
Are they?
Or Castleberry. Are they getting
yeah, everything's a Castleberry.
The wild pigs of Castleberry.
They're eating all the homeless
That's
people.
Tom's biker gang. He's riding around and he's living 15 minutes of dad fun. Me and my wild hogs.
The wild hogs of Castleberry.
There is no wild pigs at Castleberry.
that
There's
hotel.
coyotes. Mm-hmm.
That hotel is going to fly private planes for people at the hotel if they want to go to the coast. If they want to go to either coast, you want to go to St. Augustine for today. Here's the charter. It's all included as like this cool VIP package. So,
And it's from the drone charter, like you fly in the.
but that's they heard about this with these driving cars. Some will be self-driving one day.
Yeah.
And that's perfect for this level of luxury customer, right? They can just hop into their drone car and it'll bring them to the coast. They could go shopping and they can come back and stay in their hotel.
That's the future.
That's pretty dope.
Like,
It's not for me. It's not for us.
It's not for us. But I'm
visiting
I'm
Saudi
okay with it.
princes and-
Yeah. It'll drive.
I mean, how long are we away from that? Are we talking in like in the next 5 years?
We'll be alive to see it. It'll happen. Yeah.
So there'll be like drones flying like personal
I had a BDM
vehicles back and forth.
I had a BDM send me a photo. He lives in San Francisco. I had a BDM that lives in San Francisco send me a picture of a self-driving car.
Yeah.
Like a taxi, but it had Texas plates. Because it was a Tesla, which made me think, oh, okay, like it's like it was, but it was like it was a commercial plate, like it was being used to test.
Yeah.
And it was a taxi, and it was running, and there was nobody driving it, and that thing was just going all around, just mapping the city. And I'm like, uh-oh.
They've been doing it in Arizona.
It's happening.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're doing it everywhere, not secretly, but they're doing it everywhere and just not calling attention to it.
And they're with Orlando being this like meta center that they're calling it. You know, we're gonna have like this digital twin built of the city that you can just hop into the metaverse, and it's like this full scale.
We're having a
production of the city.
I didn't know that. What is this? When is this going to happen?
It's happening right now.
Can I jump in there and pull my dick out and run around like
I think they're doing it with all big cities, right? Is like building the city in a metaverse version of it.
We're apparently at the cutting edge of the tech because there's a lot of big virtual reality.
Why Orlando?
Here. We have like simulation companies here, or the Orlando Economic Partnership is behind it.
Yeah,
they
that's
have
great.
a big tech community here. Yeah, they're actually having a big summit, a meta. Like you can hop on your Oculus and go to the summit and hear all about it.
We got no state tax. We've got, although our land is more expensive than ever, but still there are plots of land that are cheaper, and then for all your employees, like having no state tax and stuff and good weather all year long.
Yeah, it's true.
It's going to make sense.
Yeah.
Are your listeners super bored? Are they okay with this?
No, they're loving it. They're not bored at all.
I got another one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Apparently, the demand is increasing for nude pickleball. It's a big thing. Everybody wants to play nude pickleball right now.
I went over to the Dick's Sporting Goods because I still like stores. Tom hates it, but like an old man, if I need something.
Did you giggle when you walked in?
I needed some new diabetic socks, so I swung over to the Dick's. I went inside and I'm looking around and I walked. I'm just killing time.
Compression socks?
I didn't need that. That was a joke.
Okay.
And I don't know what I was getting. Something for Maisie's dance. I think like an ankle. She has a hurt ankle, so I was going to get her like a little baby brace. Or she's already got injuries now. Like she's 12 hours a day.
She goes hard.
Yeah, and so I'm getting her ankle brace, and I walk to the back, and the pickleball section at Dick's.
There was a naked
in
guy.
Orlando. No, I wish, dude. It's huge. Yeah. It's bigger than the tennis section. There was like
fastest growing
60 different rackets,
fastest growing sport in America,
and a pickleball. They had like a $190 pickleball racket in behind glass with like pickled balls.
It's kind of like tennis. I actually don't really understand how different it is from tennis.
It looks like tiny tennis.
Is it smaller court? Smaller court. What's the one use your hand?
What's the ball? Is the ball like a regular ball?
It's an armadillo wrapped up real tight.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. They play it when I'm riding Katy Way Trail. You'll see the old people over there playing it, and they are hooting and hollering.
And the young kids love it too.
Do they?
Yeah.
I thought it was old people.
The bros like it. You see it at private clubs. The tennis center over where Packing District is, there's a big tennis warehouse. They just turned half of the courts into pickleball.
It's ping pong tennis is what people are saying. Like, think the speed and kind of the casualness of ping pong and a little bit smaller court.
Okay, so ping pong tennis that's an accurate description of what it is. But played
what the
with
chat room said.
4 people, like 2-on-2.
I think it's 2-on-2. Or, I mean, I guess you could play singles. I don't know.
Why naked though?
So you can see dick swinging around.
Have
Back to you, Tom.
Have you ever? Pickleball's great, but have you ever played it naked?
Like, I would like to see boobies bouncing. I'm not sure I would like to see scrotum
Wings. Just helicoptering
as
around.
a gay man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me put that hat on.
Is boobs to bouncing for me, dicks bouncing to you? Is there an equatable math there?
Well, it depends on the dick, I guess.
Like a great dick.
If it's tiny, it's just funny.
But it's got to be a good-looking dude, right? Like, if you see some big chungus out there running around, but he's got a 3-foot dick, it still doesn't matter because you're a big fat chungus.
Well, how is it? I guess I get when we see boobs,
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. But
I do the same thing with dicks. It's not the same emotion.
Yeah.
Like I've
like
said
when
this
you're at
before.
Playa Linda and you see a wang walk by.
I look at it like I'm not.
Probably because
like,
they have a
whoa,
cock ring on.
I'm brave enough to say
it's definitely
this.
more of a party.
I'm brave enough to say this. A lot of men will not say this. When I'm anywhere, if a person is naked, I stare at them, I stare at their genitals, and I zoom in using my mind zoom.
It's like Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, like I can't not look at a naked human.
I get it.
Yeah.
Or an alien. If an alien was naked, I thought it was like nipples, I'd be looking at it. Like, that's what I do. I look at naked things like
Do
hard.
aliens have nipples?
Well, they could, I guess.
Right?
So I'm wondering what the advantage or like how this enhances the pickleball experience.
I'm sure
It's just a novelty, right?
It's a novelty. All these nude resorts are just being bombarded with requests for more pickleball courts. They're always booked, and so that's where they're getting this data.
How are
Gotcha.
nude resorts right now? Are they more popular or are they less popular?
I hear every once in a while I hear some like people talk in the BDM page are like, oh, meetup. They'll do a meetup at Secrets, right?
Yeah.
And then I know in Secrets Hideaway, Fair Villa has a store there, and I've been promoting it for years.
They also have some rooms where you can tie your titties up.
Yeah. But then I'm like, what is it? Like
That's what they tie them purple. They tie them and then they twist them and they tie a knot.
Basically, what the nude night art show is now. It's just people tying each other up.
They tie up the women's titties until they turn purple. I don't know how she explains that later, or if she even has to,
And so but I know it's not a nudist colony, but it's more of a what do they call it? Like a lifestyle, which means like swingers.
It's like a gross club.
But then there's
You want herpes?
Have you been to a nudist resort?
I have.
No, I haven't.
You want to go with us?
No.
Fair enough. That's an honest answer.
I don't want to be naked around people.
I've been to 2 nudist resorts. One where I actually got nude. One where I just saw both for radio things. Terrestrial radio.
You
and nudist.
disgust me.
But when the hedonism we went, and that's the one I got nude.
Yeah, me too.
And
Is
also
that in Key West?
You've seen me nude,
Jamaica.
right? I've seen you nude. You've seen me nude.
no, well, I've seen you nude before.
Have I seen you nude? I don't think I've seen you nude.
Yeah, you've seen it.
No, I've never seen your penis.
You've seen it. Yeah.
No, I never have.
I one time when you were coming out of the Clear Channel bathroom, pulled my penis out
and it smacked it on your face.
It was a different time. It was 2007.
It was the bro handshake. 2007.
I
He's like,
flashed my
watch this.
penis.
Watch
out.
this when this midget comes out of the stall. I'm going to whack his little head with my penis.
That's when waiting came out. It was okay to do the goat.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I can't remember your penis.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I can't remember yours, but I've seen it a bunch of
You know
times.
what I mean?
Actually.
That makes me
one,
sad.
That one time you got nude at the top of your stairs.
That was
after
just
you got
balls.
fired.
That was just balls. I held the penis and then my balls were there, and I was like,
and then at your bachelor party when you got nude.
well, that
and
was
stole the
disgusting.
signs.
Yeah, that was bad.
Anyway, the nudist resort is like you get used to it pretty fast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the novelty
It
wears
goes away
off
quick.
John's recorded at a bunch of them before,
Yeah,
and he brings it up.
Pervert.
Even with, I knew it.
Yeah, I knew
He
it.
took his shirt off to make him feel comfortable.
But even when we did the Playboy TV with Dan Cummins, and everybody
name.
was nude around us, like a bunch of website playmates. It was a different.
Well, I still follow
But-
one of them, Jenna Marie Baby, I think her name is. I still
gross.
follow her on Instagram,
But
she just dropped trowel in front of us.
But you get you like at first it's like whoa, and then you get used to it so fast, and then it's normal,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of like well. this not that big of a deal.
Like, he
so
went-
why even do it?
When you're at Playa Linda, I just feel like we're all just a bunch of seals, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of animal
Well,
bodies.
he went from like, whoa, to like, I got any more of those Nature Valley granola bars? Like, seriously, you went from like, we both did. We were like, whoa at first, and then like about 30 minutes later, we were just kind of like, you know, it didn't matter.
So it's like getting if
bunch
you
of tig old biddies.
the reason why the roller coaster is fun is because you get it for 2 minutes, but if you rode it
naked roller coaster?
well, no, I'm just saying if you rode the roller coaster,
I bet that feels good.
I would do that.
If you rode
the one where you're hanging.
yeah. But if you ride it for
a good idea.
10 minutes straight, like after
Sponsored by Twinnings.
the drop becomes less good. Is it that you get bored of it? And so I feel like there's the nudist colonies and like the resorts and all that stuff. Like it becomes so.
I don't think they do though, because all those people keep coming back.
I
They're all
think
titillated.
they come back for swinging. That's what keeps them.
So you go to get nude, you stay
for the swinging. Because that, I imagine, is
Never
exciting.
gets
Yeah, because it's different every time. It's sex. Like, I'm just saying, seeing nude people becomes old fast. And that's my experience.
I grew up, my parents, we do like saunas and stuff, like with like community saunas, like a bunch of hippies just hanging out.
In like Canada?
Just bush, you know, yeah.
Wait, like
Oh,
you
you
could be
bring your kid?
you and different family members in this, like you're seeing family members bush?
Yeah.
I don't want
Up
to
to
see
a
my
point.
aunt's bush.
When I was a teenager, like that wasn't cool. But like as a kid, I think like through elementary school we did it.
Yeah, I saw my mom's bush.
Yeah,
It was huge.
Yeah,
I still get nude.
My mom had a beehive haircut that matched her bush.
I said I would never do this, but I totally changed when I had sons. I said I wouldn't show them my dick like that often.
Yeah,
because
now you start the day with it.
No.
You know, it's like breakfast, but first.
I used to be like, what good will come from it?
Rewrite it, rephrase it.
What good will come from knowing?
Because it nature's alarm clock.
All of my friends saw my dad naked.
Yeah.
All
your friends?
All through my life.
Whoa.
We grew up on a river, and so we had a swimming hole. There was a
Dick River.
Tarzan rope. A Tarzan rope. We'd all be swimming and having a very polite, good time with me and my friends. And my dad would come down, totally naked, grab the Tarzan rope, swing in, and then he'd
That's
hang out and be
funny.
like, "What are you guys doing?"
That's funny. That's a dad. Yeah, he's embarrassing.
Yeah, but this
different time.
Hold on, if
Different time. You can't do it now.
No. If I did this at Max's birthday party,
I wish you would.
I'd be a sexual predator.
I'd turn you in.
Well,
Anonymous Castleberry tip.
I could not.
You know how hard it is to give an anonymous Castleberry tip? You have to call a raccoon.
That's what we'd call you, the case of the anonymous Castleberry tip.
Like the last thing on my mind is showing other children my nude body.
I don't know what my dad was thinking.
Because it was a joke at the time.
Yeah, it was a joke. It's like, I'm guessing like 80s in Canada, right?
80s and 90s.
Late 80s?
Yeah.
That's like 89, 91?
It was when nudity could still be funny. Now it's a goddamn crime.
Oh, I'm sure all my friends went home and were like, Michael Connor was naked again.
I think there's
But he was
different
doing it
things.
for comedy. I mean, if you're flashing someone in their picture window, then you're doing a pervert.
Flashing's kind of gone now. There used to be like flashing,
true.
and then now you moon
Not
somebody, and they're like, "My son saw your genitals." You know, next thing you know,
I just took my good straight friend. We went to District Dive, the gay bar over in Milk District.
The sports bar.
Southern Nights. Yeah, we went there. He hadn't been before. He wanted to go to a safer gay bar, and I let him go to the bathroom by himself. He's very handsome though.
Okay.
Handsome
okay.
and British.
Gotcha.
And he went there and he
That
was
was meant for
molested.
you and I.
A guy came and like showed him his dick as soon as he was in there. As soon as he got in the bathroom, the guy turned around and was like, "You're handsome." Whipped his dick out, showed my friend.
Now
and he
these
was
are
like,
the kind of bars I want to go to.
politely laughed, was like, "I'm just trying to pee," and just tried to go pee. And the guy came up behind him and licked his neck.
Oh, really?
No.
God.
So it happens.
That's something. I mean, that
Yeah,
never
my
happens to me
God.
at Bahama
No.
Breeze.
Yeah.
I just go in there, I wash my hands. I'm like,
You're
this place
in
is
there.
overpriced.
Yeah, he's in there. He's like, I hope the kids didn't eat the rest of my bang bang shrimp.
I want something exciting to happen to me.
I would be flattered if a man showed me his cock and licked my neck.
You would?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm not going to like start a fight.
That's not okay.
I'd be like, sir, that is too
I
far.
know it's a gay club, but you
I
still gotta have
appreciate
consent.
the thought.
That's not okay. I'm surprised you didn't get punched in the face.
You
My friend
could,
got
yeah.
it.
You shouldn't be touching people.
Then it's a gay crime, like a hate crime. Punched a guy out in a gay bar. You can't do
true.
that.
This happens to me at BDM events.
Oh my God, it happened to both of us.
Carl Tully and Mike B does this to us. Anyway.
Jim Colbert's always licking my neck.
Oh, yeah. He's a couple of drinks, and that guy's got loose hands.
Oh my gosh.
You got another one? You got one more?
Did I ever tell you that one time, the first time I ever met Jim Colbert?
Are we swapping stories now?
No, I was 21 years old, and we were at Heaven and Hell Halloween party.
Okay, this is the worst event I ever worked. These promoters took over a parking garage, and they made the bottom
Jack
floor.
was just making fun of this the other day.
Yeah, they made the
Church
bottom
Street
floor
parking
hell,
garage, I think.
and they made the top floor heaven. And they sold
Oh,
tickets.
wait, the middle,
I think that
purgatory.
sounds fun.
The middle was purgatory.
That sounds fun.
It was a piece of shit.
I think I bought a $30 ticket to that
Yeah.
because a fucking Real Radio conned me.
Yeah, it was terrible.
You had to buy the ticket?
I was a listener. I wasn't even fucking.
He was just
the thing.
he was coming to see Dan Dennis. He was coming to see his favorite radio broadcaster.
I was Carl Tully.
But like, I'm going to go to this Heaven and Hell event. I'm going to show Daniel my dick and lick his neck.
I saw world famous Dirty Jimmy there, and he was up there fucking holding court. And I went up to him. I was 21-year-old Tom Van, and I said, "Hey Jimmy, I'll buy you a Heineken." And he's like, oh, "Okay." And then so I go and I buy him a Heineken, and then I go over to him. I'm like, "Here's your Heineken." He grabs it, looks at me. He's like, "Did you put something in this?" And then I'm like, and I remember even then at 21 years old,
insulting.
like, do you think I'm trying to butt fuck you?
Are you trying to butt fuck me?
What do you think? Do you think I'm going to wait until you fall over and then drag
I'm not falling for this. I know about you Castleberry boys and your butt fucking.
what do you think I'm trying to do? What, you think I'm trying to drug your Heineken? I'm 21 years old. You're losing your hair.
Have you told him this story since?
No, I just said no, sir. I gave him the Heineken.
I think he threw it away too.
Then he did that move where he just dropped it in the trash. I don't know.
Was it open when he gave it to him?
He's a dickhead. I'm joking.
Thanks for calling the show. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello. We had to go to break
No,
anyway, but I
okay.
was just going to see.
All right,
Let's on the line. You want to take a break?
Yeah, let's go to break. We'll
That
come
was
back.
Good story. That was good.
So I want to talk about Daniel's Tesla, and I want to talk about the old man I saw riding a one wheel around here.
No,
What do you call balls that you hang on a Tesla? Testicles?
No, Brendan.
good.
That is a good dad
my
joke.
daughter did one. My daughter did one the other day. She was like, "Hey, let's go ride in the car and Tesla it out." And I'm like, yes, it's happening. The puns are in her. All right. The name of the band is The Rare Occasions. The name of the song is Seasick. This came out. I think this came out last week. It's really good. Enjoy this. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time momentarily. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Last call for phone calls.
I can feel it. These waves of time, they pull me down. Got me seasick.
Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi. If you're looking to buy yourself a brand new ride from either of those dealerships, or our good friends at Don Mealy Chevrolet, man, they can get you into a brand new Silverado or a Corvette like my neighbor has.
Yep, and both dealerships won't go above MSRP. There's a lot of dealerships out there because the high demand, they can sell above MSRP. And Don Mealy and Don Mealy Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi, Don Mealy Chevrolet, they're not going to
do that,
above MSRP. And
because that's a thing now.
No, 100%. And talk to Mike Stacks over at Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi. He's on our BDM page. Just ask, say,
How many
Mike Stacks.
Subies? We have a lot of Subarus,
Oh, yeah.
right?
We got a Subaru group on the BDM page, like a subgroup, a Subaru.
You know,
owners.
I used to think that Tony Rage, the color of his Subi, was the best one, but I like that orange.
Yeah, that orange.
We have a
is good.
lister
Yeah.
that has a bright, almost like racing orange. It's beautiful.
What about the bright blue?
Yours?
I scratched it up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of
I scratched up those
ding
those
here, little
black
ding
rims.
there.
Oh man! But I bought two different Subarus. They hold their value.
Oh, they're great cars, man.
And like the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Absolutely on that.
They're not going to give you a dealer fee. Only at that Subaru dealership, like right in front of of the fairgrounds.
Yeah, you might as well save some money. There are people that drive from across the state just to go to DM Chevy and to also go to Sports Subaru. They don't have the dealer fee there.
And I've got 2 Chevys. My wife's got a Traverse. She bought a Don Mealy Chevrolet.
Indeed.
I got a Silverado that I love. Talk to JC Harrelson over there. He'll put you in touch with a salesperson. He'll give you the best VIP experience if he knows you're a Tom and Dan listener.
Indeed.
So Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi, and Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont.
I don't think you're a loser at all. I don't think anybody here is a loser. That is Thick. The name of the song is Loser. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
So, Brendan, tell us about this event coming up.
Sure. It's happening at Persimmon Hollow Brewing in Thornton Park.
Right across the street from my therapist.
Oh, you can come on over after. We're going to be there at 3 o'clock, and we're handing out free ice cream from our friends at Kroger. Everybody's going to, while supplies last.
I love Kroger. I'm a Kroger man.
It's crazy. They're doing like 5-for-1 pints of ice cream right now.
Kroger's dope. My daughter swears by one Kroger meal. Kroger pulled pork.
Ooh.
You can buy it's smoked, like it's already smoked. It's like the Lloyd's or
That's on special right now too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she loves it.
I just thought
it's so good.
Kroger was
Loins.
named after the person that started it, right? Like
Billy Kroger.
I'm
Dr.
J.P. Kroger. Yeah. like there's someone. Is that what is that? Because I
don't
like
know.
that.
It sounds German, so it must be like Kroger, Tifo Kroger.
Adolf Kroger.
I just like my
That sounds
grocery
bad.
stores being named out after the founder.
Well, Publix isn't.
I know.
But
What's that named
was
after?
But there's always like a
Winn-Dixie?
painting of Mr. George.
I like that.
we
yeah,
have
yeah.
a painting of Mr. George over here.
So that's happening Persimmon Hollow today.
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
3 o'clock, and then we're giving out free 2-way bike rides with the new Hellbiz e-bike share. So it's really like a pre-party for the Orlando City game. So if you come over and hang out with us at Persimmon Hollow, it's going to be beer deals. You can make a float with the ice cream we're giving out with their 3 Wise Guys coffee porter.
Okay, I
And
like
you
that.
can get a 2-way bike rental so you can skip all the traffic because there's the Florida Cup game and the Philadelphia game versus the city. So all of the parking is basically taken up on that side of town. So stop down at Thornton Park. You'll get a code for the new e-bike share. We're going to have a bunch on site. You get ice cream. Hang out with us. You could get a free helmet that you could decorate with us there too. We'll have a bunch of stickers. You could bring your own, and then we'll send you on your way.
I think I'm going to
that's
come
a
to
good
this.
event.
I think I might
should.
roll through because I'm going to the Florida Cup game.
Oh,
I'm going to see Arsenal, my Arsenal,
Yeah,
take
yeah.
on Chelsea. Are you going?
it depends how early we get out. That's at 8 o'clock.
I think so,
Yeah, we have. We're season ticket holders for City.
The City
so,
game.
we
Yeah,
might
yeah.
as well
Either
see
way,
that.
it's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm going to the Arsenal game, and I'm gonna go down there a little bit early. I haven't been out in a minute, so should be fun.
Stop by with us, get a bike. You could go on over.
yeah.
You don't have to worry about parking. They sold out parking over at the Camping World Stadium. So if you don't have parking there already, then you have to figure out a way to get over there. Yeah, maybe Deadwood's Brewing and then walk over.
Yeah, no parking for me. Okay, cool.
I don't know what made me just think of this, but let me ask you, Brendan.
It was the devil.
I have an experience recently where
Someone whipped
there
your neck.
was a woman that had on very tight bicycle style shorts. And
Camel toe,
yeah, okay,
Moose
yes,
knuckle.
it was
ninja foot.
pronounced, and this was in public. It wasn't like the person was like working out, and like I saw him
Caribou
walk
tail?
out of Planet Fitness.
Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
And
I don't know why I said that.
And I was sitting down in a position where she was in front of me talking.
Yeah, because the
And-
yoga pants, that's all my wife wears all the time now. It is Camel Toe City
Hey,
around
but-
Dennisville.
But
Or
it's
get a
not
dance belt.
It's not just yoga pants. Like these were exceptionally pronounced.
Oh, I know. Like there are now women
Toes.
that wear. Okay, now there are now women that there's a certain style of bike short that goes in the front and also like saran wraps the ass.
I have.
So it's like you can see their full anatomy.
Yes, they were the TikTok tights.
Yeah, TikTok tights.
I have 2 pair of them for.
No, you have those.
I do have them.
I think everybody should wear those. Those are great.
Yeah, they make your butt look great.
But they saran wrap everything tight.
Yeah.
Right in the cracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then
You got to put a strip of
When
paper
you're a boy,
in there, right?
all your junk has to go to one side.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, for me, what I worry about is loose bowels. I'm gonna have to put
come on.
I'm gonna have to put a cork or like some gauze in there to keep the brown off of my
Come on.
TikTok tights.
Well,
Well, I leak a lot.
what I'm saying is it
Sorry.
like if I had the TikTok tights on at this, like I would feel like maybe this is inappropriate. That people are showing someone the outline of my genitals.
Well, you are.
Yeah, no, but like maybe
Yeah, just say you're welcome.
Don't people feel like it's inappropriate?
I mean, like, I guess.
Okay, so I was at Kabuki Sushi. We recorded our show there last week.
Oh, I love Kabuki
And our
Sushi.
friend who owns like Tier Night Club and Mathers and stuff, it was his birthday, so they all rolled in, and it was all those girls who work there.
Oh, come
who
on
wear
now.
like floss. You know, it's basically floss. All came in, and they're all beautiful,
Yeah.
perfect bodies. But we saw a lot of toes.
Well, okay, yeah, but that's fine.
I like a lot of toe.
You're in a drinking environment. It's a whatever it is, like adult environment. Like this is at. I'm not
Where
going
you
to say.
at?
I
Where
can't
you
even
at,
say
Monkey
it.
Joe's?
No, it's equivalent to Monkey Joe's. Let's just say Monkey Joe's. Whereas, like when you left the house, did you notice? Like, I have a very pronounced
At least
camel
it's
toe.
not Camel Joe's.
But, you know, I guess
Where at
anti-body shaming, you know, meet people where they're at.
Does that
If
nothing-
she knows, I would assume. Were you? Did you know the person?
No,
No.
But you wanted to know the person.
No, she knows.
You know her now.
Yeah. I know it has nothing to do with body shaming. It's just it's weird.
Oh no, I'm not saying you're body shaming them. I'm saying like,
Yeah.
but that's a result of the body shaming, you know, anti-body shaming moments we've had in the last few years. Is we just got to meet people where they're at, and if she's comfortable wearing that out in public, then we're gonna be comfortable processing our feelings about it.
I don't care. I'm just like how is this?
That's my
person
adult
so-
reaction. If I saw it in person, I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't care.
Why
either,
are they
but
so confident to just show it? Like,
is it possible to, because somebody in the chat room, and I don't know if they're joking or not, somebody in the chat room said, don't sexualize it, it's fine. And I'm trying to take that statement as it is. Is there a way to not sexualize a woman wearing a pair of shorts where the cloth is going inside her vagina?
and you can see
And
the
my
outside.
answer is, for me, probably not.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at that and I'm going to go, ooh la la auga. Everything. I'm going to
Yeah. When I see a hot guy and I can see his Johnson, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
and we
Ooga,
already
ooga.
went through this. I'm going to look at the Johnson too. I may not go like, I need that Johnson, but I'm going to look at it and be like,
I'm not gonna go shake its hand.
yeah, thanks for your service. You know, like, oh, hi there.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's just when you see the outline.
Thanks for
of
coming
it,
out.
You see your bell end, and then
Yes.
it's like pronounced, and
Yeah.
you're just like, I'm just like, I don't care.
What's the question? Is there a question? You're
No question. Just like, I just
I'll talk this out amongst boys.
I just think when I'm leaving and I'm going to Monkey Joe's, and then I'm like, well, you can see my bell end. I think it's, I'll put on some looser pants or something. I don't know, something.
Your question is, in
not an
seriousness,
emergency.
if you're a mother taking your son or daughter to Monkey Joe's, that you should give it an extra 1 to 2 Mississippis to look in the mirror and go, maybe not the right style of pant.
But how
to
are
wear-
you gonna sit down on a chair and spread and open your legs and look at yourself in the mirror to see how your vagina's gonna look?
No,
in your
you can
tights?
see it standing in the mirror. Like, you can
Yeah,
look around.
I mean,
like,
I don't think you need to spread to see it. I mean,
see
I
it
can
from Publix. I was like, whoa, what
I can
is
see it from space.
You know what? Who cares?
No, I
We're just
don't
talking
really-
about nude resorts, and we're
I don't
comfortable.
care.
We're
I don't
comfortable
care.
with nude resorts.
I'm-
We should be comfortable with.
The only
tight-covered
reason I care
vaginas.
is because I'm mad at myself for not being that confident.
Dude, okay.
I never
Serious?
leave the house.
Would you
with-
ever do that? You never wear tight
No.
shorts?
He does.
Well, I would
He
at
wears
home.
tiny shorts around. He wears
Friends-
shorts so small that his dick comes beyond the leg hole.
I wear. I wore some short. I got some see-through shorts.
Whoa! My see-through shorts What
From
are those?
Wish.com.
I mean, a man of logic wears see-through shorts. Okay.
But they're only see-through when they get wet. My wife knows what I'm talking about. She yells at me me every
they're
time.
hypercolor.
Well, no, if you wet the front, you see
Yeah, when you
straight
come
through.
your pants, I can see your dick.
Are you wearing those to the beach? Party?
No, well, I
Hey,
wore
who's asking?
I wore them digging outside one
I'll
day,
see
and
you
then a
there.
rainstorm came,
And you were naked.
Yeah, well, you could see it. And then I was having a conversation with my the real man neighbor who came pull up. He's like, what? He's like, I see you're putting in grass.
I see your ding dong. You homo. Am I gay now?
No, he didn't. Say, I didn't even realize.
God damn, I knew I shouldn't have moved to Castleberry. Now I'm a homo.
For sure, he saw it. He's mad. He's like,
Did you look him in the face and you were like, look at it?
Well, no.
Look me in the face. My eyes are up here, you pervert.
There is some power.
Good boy.
If you look at it, means you're gay.
No, don't go on.
Rochambeau for you.
My wife's like, you're wearing the see-through bathing suit. I see your dick.
You're doing squats.
And then I'm like, oh shit, the real man saw my dick. It's the neighbor's dad that comes and does like plumbing
Next
work.
day he was wearing the same shorts.
That's all he wears.
I'll wear
shorts
them
and a smile.
You'll
Don't
see.
wear them.
Anyway, I did wear them at one of my son's birthday parties, and then the
Yeah.
moms came, and then my wife was like, I see it.
You got your cock shorts on.
Sorry. Oh, let's talk Teslas. So
Testicles.
our
my God.
the BDM today that's here to watch a show that bought a vehicle at one of our sponsors.
He bought a Subaru.
And
Whoa.
full transparency, we're trying. He years ago.
He bought a Subaru 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Did?
Yeah, he was patient zero, the pandemic.
Well-
This guy started it.
Well, we're trying to now cycle through people. We got a long list. We're trying to get people in anyway. So
Some of them have died on the list.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
It's just
we've had
life.
two or three people die on the list.
They died never being on the show.
I know. It's sad.
So he
Thanks
was
for
talking.
making it, Chris.
He was talking.
I went to
Teslas
each
with
of their
Daniel.
casket and did one little show. Like, over.
And they were talking before the show started about like, oh, we should get a BDM Tesla group.
We
Because
were
there's a lot of
geeking out.
BDMs that have Teslas, and they're geeking out about their Teslas
Yeah.
and like it
Modifying them in the trucks.
You can't really
yeah.
do much modification to them, really. I mean, there's not much.
I saw
to
some
'em.
stuff on the YouTube.
Yeah, like you could stick some stuff on there, but you can't really get in there and wrench on them, which is one of the reasons why I think a lot of people hate them, is because you really can't get in there and add, a multitude of personal engine touches to it
Did you-
because there's no engine.
Did you see, there's a local rapper that lived in his Tesla. He made a whole song about it, and then he made it into like a bath, like a spa.
These are my people.
Yeah. Well, why do you live in this? Like, it's just a
Because he's a
social
SoundCloud
media
rapper. He's not
content.
making any money.
yeah, so he rapped about the sustainability director.
Oh, really?
I'll send you the links. It's
Okay,
actually-
yeah, send me the
They're not
link.
bad, actually. I don't hate them.
That's funny.
I was like, no one likes my raps. So anyway,
something vegan leather.
So then Daniel mentions like, you know what, Tom, he's talking to me. You would like the Tesla because it's crazy fast and like everything that I like about it, you would like about
If
it.
it's raining, you can make it drive to you to pick you up.
Yeah.
You can. You can
And-
do the summon deal.
And
My boss did that after he refused my raise.
Really?
And it started to rain. He was like, "Here, let me call my Tesla," and he backed it up.
Oh, my God. That's hurtful. That is hurtful.
I like that.
Actually, it was like, I
guy's
get it. I get
I
it.
like subtly bullying your employees that you're richer than they are too.
And then he drove it to go talk about flying
I'm
cars.
using my phone to get my Tesla now. And I want to let you know one more thing.
Sorry.
When I get to my house, these shorts, they go see-through when they get wet.
And then
I like that.
Then I got to go to Germany to talk about flying cars.
Yeah.
So Daniel was telling me I would like a Tesla. Now everything about it I like, and like how fast it is, how cool, like I
Yeah, it's
like
quiet.
how it's different than normal cars inside. Like it's really cool.
How it evokes anger from people when they see it sometimes.
But here's why I can't ever get a Tesla, because I'll underutilize its potential, and I'll explain.
What do you mean by that?
You'll never use all the apps. and
It would
things.
be like me getting a MacBook Pro and just watching DVDs on it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
My God, with an external DVD player that you have to HDMI into it.
Like,
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I get it.
I'm like, it's a MacBook Pro. You can do so many other things, and you're like, I just don't
know
want to
what?
watch DVDs. Too stupid. I'm too too stupid for a Tesla.
Once on this program, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yes.
You know what? You are absolutely right. Like when I was sitting at my therapist, where across from Persimmon Hollow, where Brendan has an event tomorrow.
Hey.
I was sitting in my car watching Bill Burr's Netflix special at 1.5 speed on my Tesla because I was there too early and couldn't go inside because they have new security.
You
And
can
it
watch
was
DVDs
awesome.
in your... No, Netflix.
I was watching Netflix.
Oh, yeah,
You
they got
can
a
watch
big
Netflix on your...
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you can watch-
huge screen.
You can watch Twitch. I was watching Us. I watch Us. I
Yeah.
check our show. I watched Jim Colbert live.
Oh.
I watched the Jim Colbert show live from my Tesla.
It's a driving smartphone.
yeah,
They
it's
go
an
haul ass,
iPad.
you know.
You just sit on it and you drive
I
you
love
around.
that.
But
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
The problem is,
So far, so good.
Because I'm not tech savvy, and because I'm bad at life, I'll forget to plug it in. I'll do the fast charge every time, and they'll be like, "You're ruining it." You're only supposed to do it during emergencies, and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's on." Doesn't have any charge. It's low battery, and then I fast charge it.
use it the
I'll
way you
ruin it.
should. Like when I leave here, I've already got the AC on. Like I already started it from here, and it's already on like the.
Wow.
So when I get in, it's already got the podcast that I want to listen to where I left off. Because I don't use a fucking Tom and Dan app, piece of shit. But I use a good app that holds your place, and then it has that ready to go. He's got my music, my AC is on.
Yeah.
You're driving around.
I love you said my AC and you pointed at your sweaty tits.
I used the self-driving for the first time.
Oh, and?
Coming back from Sanford, it was crazy fun, man.
Did you take it on the I-4 Express?
I did. It was great.
Were you scared?
I was a little scared. Yeah, it's new, and it's not there yet.
Someone
It's
just got in an accident on it.
totally, yeah, it's
No,
not.
I saw you crash into the back of a semi truck.
Well, those are the old people, and I don't think they were doing things right.
But
I don't want to.
But
Oh, it was a rest stop.
Oh, my
man,
gosh.
yeah, something real bad.
but also
That was our off-camera fact checker.
People say that like self-driving cars, like it hit a bicycle or your Tesla hit the semi. It's like 10,000 people a day die like by their own bad driving. They're idiots.
I
Like
don't know.
the computer is better than
But
you.
why are they moving so fast than those self-driving people movers in Lake Nona go for like 5 miles an hour? You know what I'm talking? The beep people movers.
What is
Oh,
this?
what is that?
They're little circulating buses that go around Lake Nona, and there's no driver. They just self-drive, but they're super slow. They go into the neighborhoods, and they'll pick you up because you're rich. and
I've
they'll bring you
never
downtown.
heard of this.
I know.
Yeah.
So they're automated buses that
Yeah.
just
But they
provide
just go
free transportation.
Super slow.
Yeah, but very slow. But like if you're drunk, coming back from Boxley Park and you don't want to.
That's great.
But
Yeah,
they're
they'll bring you home.
going slow because of society, not because of technology. Seriously,
Because the
those-
man's keeping them down.
Every
They-
year
if
they'll
they're
knock
electric-
it up a mile per hour.
If those are electric, those motherfuckers can go 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. Like, they're the fastest goddamn cars on the road, but they're going slow because I'm sure to even get it past, all the fucking old people are like, "Make them slow. I'm scared of technology."
Yeah, that's what the chat room's saying, too.
Yeah, they're like, they can only go 5 miles an hour because I saw Terminator 2. They're stupid. They're old and stupid. They're like me. But I trust it. I'll trust my life with a robot, no problem.
Here's the problem with
I'll
Tom
trust
and
my
the
life with
Tesla.
anybody. I'll trust my life with Tully.
Here's the good part of Tom with the car. Whereas I would get it did scare me a little bit. Like I kept my foot on everything, my hands on everything. I did it right. But it was doing everything for me, and it worked really, really well. It did, but it's not there yet.
I still get weird with
But
cruise control.
This guy
I
would
don't
get
know.
in there, and he'd go 1, 2, 3.
I'd give him a
and
back
just-
seat.
and he'd be ready to roll down I-4. And
I'd figure out how to Indiana Jones, you know how he puts the sandbag and takes the golden thing.
yeah.
I'd do that with some sandbag where
Yeah.
I'd get out of the seat
People
and
do
then
it.
replace it with a
With your
sandbag.
McDonald's Happy Meal, you just stick it on the.
And then I'd sleep in the back.
there's
of
guys. I saw a guy. He's sitting in his back seat. He has one of those hand grabbers for picking up trash, and he'll
Yeah.
just reach up and grab the steering wheel and jiggle it a little bit. And he's sitting back like some Middle Eastern kid. He's literally in Dubai. He's rocketing. I mean,
That's
to
not
150.
okay.
He's just wiggling the steering wheel with a trash picker.
Then some of that pedestrians are going to be walking around.
I
you're
can't
just
do that
picking
with
them
my
out.
daughter in the car. But now she's
No.
addicted to the car too. Now I can never get rid of the car. Now,
She name it.
Oh, she named it already.
Yeah.
She named it Chonk. Because it's got a big fat
Got a
ass.
big fat
yeah,
ass.
it's got a big fat ass.
Back it up.
She's like, this is Chonk. I'm like, all right, that'll work. Chonk works.
That's a very Daniel Dennis name. That's your daughter.
That's my daughter. She's like, this is Chonk. And we used to call Caesar. We used to call him Chonk because he had a wide body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he had a kit on the bottom of his
Okay.
body because he was low profile but wide, like an X6. Like a BMW X6. They're wide.
Speaking of new technology, I was walking out of Publix. This just happened this morning.
Oh, I don't know about this.
I'm walking out of Publix, and I go to step on the street to, because you have to walk across the parking lot or whatever, and I'm about to step, and an old man riding a one-wheel zooms past me. Right? And he's an old man.
This is the guy I've been telling you about.
And my first thought was, dumb old man.
You're not allowed to do that. You're in the club.
And then immediately I was like, oh, that's what they think of me. And then I realized the truth. Do
you do that?
I saw the truth.
It sounds not even
I got a one wheel and I drive it around.
Do you go really fast?
Yeah, he's good at it.
I go on bike paths and do all the shit you're supposed to. But
you would be amazed at how he's done it for so many years now. What, 5 years now? 4 years?
Yeah.
Is it good for your core?
It is. It's good for his legs, but he's stiff. He stands like
it's bad because it's zero exercise. Like you could ride for 13 miles.
But aren't you stabilizing yourself?
but if you're good at it, it becomes so second nature that there's no amount of work whatsoever. It's literally.
I imagine it like those things that look like Saturn from like the 80s. It was like the plastic rim around the ball, like the basketball.
And then
you stand.
You're balancing. No. This because the gyro motor inside is like a Segway. It balances it for you.
Oh.
So you're literally just
skateboard with a
hovering.
NASCAR tire in the center.
How do you turn?
You just lean. He's
good at it.
It's a
he can go
cooler.
off-road. He can jump a curb.
It's a cooler version of the rascal you drive around because you can't walk anymore because you're morbidly obese.
I'm not going to let you knock it down that far, dude. It's not like for handicapped people.
I never see a fat person on them.
You won't because they can't do it. He's knocking it
they
down.
Can do it.
He's knocking it down because he wants us to think that he doesn't like it as much as he really does. He loes it.
There's a super fit guy that does it everywhere.
There's a muscle man with the. Have you seen the Viking with the top knot?
Yeah, I have.
The muscle. Yeah, there's a greasy muscle man around here, and he's all tatted up. He's beautiful, and he's got the top knot.
The nerds are ruining it for me, Brendan, because then there's guys that play.
Kids. There's some kids that have pints around here.
They play some games in the goddamn park.
You saw that?
Yeah, they're pulling each other's flags out.
Yeah, I made a derogatory
cool, like Quidditch.
Yeah, they're
I made
doing
a derogatory comment. It was 8 of them, and I go, I'd like to congratulate the No Pussy 8.
But they're living it up and having fun. I would play that game. That sounds fun.
Brendan, tell me if you agree with me. And Daniel's going to make fun of me because I keep.
Well, you can make fun of my Tesla.
So there is a lady that works at my local 7-Eleven that I go to all the time.
He keeps trying to impress this hag.
No, come on. She works there, and she is a chirper like Daniel. She likes to make small talk, right? And she does it every single time I'm in there.
You have
every
to take
single
a shot
time.
at me.
And she'll ask me, she'll be like, oh, what's Tom and Dan? Like, I'll wear a Tom and Dan shirt. Like, what's Tom and Dan? And I'll be like, it's
what, are you gay?
No, it's a podcast I listen to. Like, she sees an ambulance, she'll be like, oh, what's going on? And she'll, like, run over and look at the ambulance, and, like, something's happening at the apartment complex. And then I'll be in there by myself. I'm like, why are you amazed by this ambulance across the street? It's like, who cares?
It's Castleberry.
Anyway, she asked me about everything, and she never has asked me about and I go in there every time with holding my one wheel.
Can we put this in? Where's Sam? I need to put this in the file of, I don't care what people think of my one wheel.
No, it has nothing to do with it.
Oh, no, it has nothing to do, but this lady, you're obsessed with this woman. You're obsessed.
He wants to know why she's never asked about it.
Well, because
she knows what it is, and she doesn't care.
No, but
don't
she
tell
asked
him
me
that.
about
You're going to hurt his heart.
She don't care.
She's wondering what the ambulance does. Like, she's asking all these
ambulance
small
over one wheel, bro.
She never said,
she's
like,
making sure it wasn't someone she knew getting hit or something.
That's true.
Empathy.
She asked
fentanyl.
about
Could
everything.
be one of her buddies, fentanyl.
She's like, you like this flavor White Claw? Like, she asked about the products I'm buying.
Do you ever hold it up and go,
no.
Do you ever, like, hold the one wheel up?
Whatever you ever seen a one wheel?
Yeah.
It's just,
I'm carrying all these things home on my one wheel.
Have you ever done this where you're like, it's very difficult to carry 24 packs of lime White Claw on your one wheel?
Is it ground lit?
No,
it is ground lit.
It has lights.
Yeah.
No, but
and he has the aftermarket LEDs. It's
what
nice.
does that mean?
He's got the aftermarket.
What,
he's got the extra brights, extra bright LEDs.
I walk in, I put it under the donuts because I don't want to. Like, it's too heavy.
That's why she doesn't see it, dude. You're not putting it out on display.
And then I pick it up and I hold it while I'm cashing out.
And you wanted to never. Woo-wee!
No.
Where'd you get that contraption, Willy Wonka? Is that what you want to know?
I just,
What are you, a cyborg?
it's just weird.
Holy shit, we got us a RoboCop!
Holy shit, you're like that duck from Darkwing Duck that had that
man.
one wheel on his butt.
Good Lord!
Darkwing
Never
Duck.
even said like, oh,
My buddies are smoking up. Get in here!
Like, is that
we
fun
got
to-
us here a Robot Man!
is that fun
The
to ride?
future is now!
Just anything. It's like, oh, how's that? Is that cool to ride or
This
like
motherfucker got Tesla shoes!
It's weird. She never said one thing. She says something about everything, everything. But the White Claw flavor, like
Okay,
the
would
fucking
you-
Pop Secret.
Would you let me?
I buy a bunch of Pop Secret.
Would you? I would ask
That's
about
weird.
that.
Like,
I'd be
you
like,
Buy a bunch of Bob Seger?
Pop Secret popcorn for movie night.
Going to the melon camp.
instead of Netflix and chill, it's Bob Seger and Pop Seger.
Like I buy
you-
Pop Secret and true like a bunch of shit.
Bob Secret. Would you have a problem if you
Yes.
went up there or I went up there with you? And I know you would never do this, but there is a solution to this problem
Yeah,
that
so get
only
someone
I
else
can
to ask
provide.
about it.
Yeah, like I am brazen enough, I'm bold enough to say, hey, we do a show. This guy, he's on the show, the Tom and Dan thing you've been looking at. I'm Dan. This is Tom. He always rides up here, and he knows you're really. He likes talking to you.
No,
you talk
no,
to
no.
him. You've never mentioned anything about this thing that he's riding. Do you know what that is, or do you even,
why don't you just pre- oh, is my mic
I
on?
would ask
Yeah.
that. I would ask that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like
What if you're? Why don't you just be there and pretend that you're seeing it for the first time and be like, oh, what's that for? And then
She's
give
like,
a
you wrote
prompt.
in on that, you fucking crazy.
This is the most insane part. I don't even want her to ask me. Like I don't want her to ask me any of these questions. I just want to pay my money and then leave. But I'm just
It's
curious.
okay that you want her to ask.
No,
He does.
He does.
It's okay.
I don't even
But
want
he
it. I
hates
just
admitting
don't
that he
know why-
wants her to
Yeah,
ask.
No,
ask.
I don't want it, but I'm wondering why she didn't give it to me. Because it's against everything. She asked me about everything. Like my shirts, what I'm buying, a small talk, the ambulance, like all these things.
The ambulance bothers you because it's another machine.
No, but she asked me about everything. She never
No, he
about
hates
the one
the
wheel.
ambulance.
Not
jumps
even a
one wheel.
comment.
He hates an ambulance beats one
You
wheel.
never even brought it up because it would be the most easy small talk.
Maybe
Like,
she
hey,
hates
what's that?
technology. Maybe she's embarrassed because she's like, I could never.
No.
Yeah,
she
maybe.
asked me about
Yeah.
And
everything.
she's just like, I don't know what that is, and I'm
Yeah.
and I'm too old.
It's
He's gonna
intimidating.
think I'm an
No.
old lady if I ask what.
You're
I
on
think
to
she's
something.
younger than me.
Well,
be
hard
like,
living. That's all.
I know.
Castleberry living.
This old bitch doesn't know what my one wheel is, and everyone will be like, "What? Everyone knows what a unicycle is."
Yeah.
You crazy old head.
Oh my God!
no.
It is a unicycle.
I like her. No.
It is a unicycle.
No, like-
You made fun of Andrea's mom for knowing how to ride a unicycle. And you just ride a digital unicycle.
It's not digital unicycle.
It's all branding. It's all branding.
I heard
It's
a journalist. I heard a journalist tell me it was a digital
true. It's
unicycle.
true.
It's what kind of shoes are those? I want the shoes. What is that?
They're the toe shoes without the toes.
Okay, I like the toe
These
shoes
are
without the
one-wheel
toes.
shoes.
Yeah, I just looked at them because
Wait a minute, you want the lady to do what you just did to Brendan.
No, because-
you just said, hey, what are those shoes? You want the lady to be like, hey, what's the thing you're riding on?
No, because you remember when Butler used to wear his toe shoes, and then I
Yeah,
got
I
mad
remember
at
a lot
him,
of
and I said never wear those again.
Yeah, nobody wants to look at my toes.
But I secretly I liked the
Well, these are like ninja boots.
the outside and the material the toe shoes were made of, and so those are it's the material without the stupid
Vibrams. Vibrams.
Yeah.
If you wear Vibrams, you can never, ever make fun of me for anything ever again.
What's wrong with Vibrams?
Well, no, they're
I'm a
only
guest on your show.
Well, you are wearing business Vibrams.
Oh, thank you.
no, but they're good without the
because they
toe.
don't have the toes.
All right.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
what I'm saying.
But
They're better.
if you had the toes, it'd be
I'm also a
bad.
private person.
Yeah, you don't want
to like just put all that shit.
I don't know how
out
many
there.
toes you have.
I like that because
Like I have disgusting toes. On my right foot, I have a hammer toe that sits up above my other four toes.
You could get those Japanese ones there. It's like you're scissoring. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
talking about?
I've seen
They look
those.
like cloven hooves.
They split them up. Those are called a Hong Kong Get Along. I stole that from Casey, our editor's dad. He gave me that joke. It's racist. You're not allowed to say it. Hong Kong Get Along. Hold on. Hong Kong Get Along.
Should be Hong Kong hop along.
It's not that racist, right?
I don't know.
How many people
I think it was racist.
When he told me that, I fell out of my chair laughing. I was like, that is terrible.
I will
You can't
say more of our listeners laughed than didn't laugh.
Ouchie! That fixes it.
Yeah, all right. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
We can't keep going. Brendan, what have you already done the show for tonight? Is
Yeah,
it
we hung
pre-recorded?
out at Simply Cheese in Winter Park.
Oh, I saw that.
It's a new cheese shop.
Is it like a cheesemonger?
Yeah, which always sounds weird, like fishmonger.
I love it. I love it because to me it sounds like a trade, like a blue collar.
I guess it is, right? It's an old school.
It sounds
old
bad.
trade.
Like
Yeah.
monger. Like,
Monger.
oh, you're not allowed to say that anymore.
Because like miser, like a miser is somebody that hoards their gold. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like
Yeah, it's across from Publix over at Aloma.
That sounds awesome.
And the lady who opened it is from Michigan, and it's a lot of like Michigan products.
Okay.
They're gonna have Michigan beer. There's some supply chain things right now, so they don't have everything that they wanted
Sure.
for opening, but it's open this weekend for the first time
nice.
ever. Yeah.
That Flint, Michigan
Awesome.
cheese.
You guys, you got an awesome sponsors. We got the same old shit.
We didn't get that was not sponsored. They just invited us over, and we went because we wanted some cheese. She paid us in champagne.
Coming from our business department. Business department. Let's check in with the Tom and Ed business department.
No.
Same old shit.
That
I'm
was
just
we
trying to
walked
make
out
our
with
guests
champagne
laugh.
mustard.
I'll ruin our business to make our
me
guests
too.
laugh. No, but just to make someone laugh out there. It's counterintuitive to our bottom line.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, Simply Cheese.
Is it
cheese.
Bungalower on the bus or and the bus? Okay, I thought you said on the
You
bus.
said on.
Yeah,
Did I say on the bus?
That's what I thought.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I actually kind of like it more.
Bungalower on the
But
bus.
people
Because
already
when you
think
said
we're-
that, I was like, oh shit, I've been calling it the wrong name the whole time.
It's and on makes it sound more like we're gay lovers. So
That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, I like that too.
John's not ready.
Yeah, he's not. He's not ready.
Oh, injured on the go, just call Mo.
Yes.
He's our lawyer sponsor, so
Ours too. Hey, Mo.
yeah, justcallmo.com.
Double Mo.
Recently helped out BDM. Get a
he
lot
was-
more than he thought from his lawsuit. He was going to sell himself short. So call Mo; he'll help you out.
I'm right here.
And also Semantics. Samantha will be back next week. But
Yeah, her last show, I think she did was. I don't think she's recording this week. I could be wrong on that, but I think the last one she did was. You heard about this one, which is for free on her Patreon. Make sure you go, and if you can, throw her a couple of bucks on that Patreon. It really helps her out and helps grow her show, Semantics, which is wherever you find our show, you can find her show.
Yep. Brendan, thanks so much for coming in. It's been
Dude, you killed it today.
I laughed
So
a
fun.
lot today.
Oh, so fun.
You're
Great.
welcome.
All right, guys. We'll see you on Monday for the BDM show. I'm sure Samantha will have a bunch of stories that we'll tell, and also we got some stuff we need to talk about the BDM party because we
Yeah.
don't know whether to do something or not, and we want to talk to the BDMs about it.
Yeah, we got to flesh out the details. So, bye-bye.
Hold it, fellas. Look, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.